Sorry. Sorry. Internet dropped. Way to go, Spectrum. On Halloween. On Halloween of all days.
This is Halloween.
That's a trick, not a treat.
While you were disconnected, we killed everything.
Oh, good job. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we
Way to
did.
go, guys.
Yep.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
so
cool. It went Super
amazing.
Saiyan.
Gosh.
I'm so sorry about that, everybody. My apologies. I have the worst internet known to humankind. There are pirates in Somalia who have better internet connection than I do.
You know what? I don't see my role in your chat add-on there, so I should just make it again, right?
Yeah, sure.
I
I'll
don't
allow
see
that.
it either.
I think that's how it works.
I'll allow it. Make your...
Oh, yeah, that's what I rolled last time at 22.
Oh, wow, cool.
I just saw
My
the 10
plan
pop up.
worked.
You already said yes.
So that would be... Ooh, 13 points of slashing damage. Magical.
Ooh.
Give me
Which one is
half a
that to?
second as I fix
To the ash
everything
zombie
that broke.
that just tried to sit on my face.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. Give me a second, okay?
Yeah, Capitan.
All right, 13 damage to zombie on your face.
Yep.
As a big chunk of it just rips away, and then right back into your hand, your axe returns. Okily dokily.
Then I'm gonna spend my ability to attack again.
Oh, he's busting out the action surge.
Good.
So now, because I hit with the hand axe, I get advantage on this roll
Beautiful.
and get an 18
It's still gonna hit.
and deal
What was your first-
13 more points of damage.
Oh.
Your first roll was a 10, right?
To hit?
Yeah, the first time when
Yeah.
I died,
Yeah.
it would have hit. By the way,
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Is that another 13?
Yes, that's max damage twice.
The first one, you throw it through her like right side just blows off. Comes back. One more heavy throw as the left hand side of her just also blows off, and she falls down. Kind of struggles for a bit, and then back into your hand. She's dead. First kill.
Again.
One down. Yeah, she's dead again.
Woo!
Practically done.
Belgin, as you now up and ready to go, prepare to continue your onslaught in another 20 turns.
I'll get to do it again eventually. One
Fighters,
day.
man. People love spellcasters, but fighters can, turn the battle really quick.
Well, like, looking at your to hit rolls and what damages are doing, like, you have to subtract 3 off all these for anything that hits me, and then you're also really hard to hit me. Like, if I was the only person here, like, I could chew through a lot of this by myself. But unfortunately, they're not going to have the same luck I will.
Okay, the one that was on Sylvie, it's gonna make an attempt to grapple onto you with an attack roll.
All the status conditions drop at the beginning of their turn.
Yeesh.
Okay.
Good point. Make 2 wisdom saves really quick. One with advantage against fear.
Aye, Captain.
Thanks for reminding me. I almost forgot.
That'll be a 22.
You hear again the familiar.
Margaret? Is that you, Margaret?
And you're able to shake it off, and then the second one with a little ocular beam.
The second one was not at advantage, correct?
Yeah, you're able to shake that one off as well. You are no longer frightened and no longer dazed. Congratulations. But it is going to attempt to grapple you now. I don't think 13 hits your AC.
It doesn't, actually.
Little tendrils come out from its neck, these little vines, and they try to wrap around you, but you're able to definitely move out of the way as it makes like a dash past you, and now it's sitting here. The other one, however, is still loving Wilrick. Wilrick, same thing, 2 wisdoms.
Okay. First one for fear.
First one for fear, second one for...
am I advantage on this for the same reason?
Doesn't matter though, because you're frightened.
Yep.
And now I
Is
believe
this
you're
the
at
same
disadvantage?
skull making it?
Yeah, you're at disadvantage, so you do get nothing now.
Okay. So just a regular wisdom save?
And this is for the charmed effect.
Nope. That
also
one is a 4.
All right, half speed, disadvantage on attack rolls, disadvantage on ability checks as well.
And this is the one that's immediately south of me? Okay.
Oh, that one needs to roll a con save. I had my reaction prepped.
Oh, okay, yes. Thank you for reminding me.
Con save versus 13.
8. What happens?
Hey, it takes, let's see, double damage for Halo Spores damage. That is, it's going to take 2d8 damage.
Holy shit!
Oh, sorry,
you
no,
might not
2d4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
My rolls might not
God
matter.
damn.
I double both numbers and I'm like, yeah, oh no.
You rolled
That's 3.
3d4.
Yeah, I sure did. The first 2, I guess, we're taking.
Just re-roll it.
That's 4 damage.
Just re-roll it.
And that is necrotic. Oh, just reroll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's necrotic?
Yes.
Okay.
If it's as written, I don't think they're immune. Unless it's not as written.
It is somewhat as written. It did not grab the updated version of this creature. Also, it's not a creature you would know. So, roll 2d4.
5.
Okay. It does a good chunk of damage, but is unable to kill it completely. The skeleton that is next to those 2 floating skulls is now going to make it. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't continue. No, I did. It attempted to bite you. I think it rolled a 13.
Attack on me?
Yes.
Yeah, 13 misses.
Okay. Skeleton's now going to attack you with its short sword.
Okay.
Wilrick. It hits. 19.
Yep, that hits.
For a whopping 3 damage. You're fucked, buddy.
All right, 3 damage.
It rattles its bones as it stabs you in the chest for 3 damage. And the other skeleton is now going to... it really liked what it was doing to you, Runa.
I don't like what it was doing.
Xylophone sounds as
Yeah,
it
me
walks.
neither, because there ain't no more. I can't even ready shield this time.
Attack on you, Runa.
I heard the noise.
Yeah, baby!
Oh,
Did he crit?
no.
I crit.
Oh.
Okay. What does that mean? What happens?
It did 5 damage.
Wow.
Guys, it's a skeleton. I don't know what you're expecting.
We're scared. It's Halloween.
He's
It's
not gonna
spooky.
fucking
Skeletons almost
obliterate
killed
you.
me.
As
Well.
another arrow hits your back now, Runa, since you're not really paying attention. And you take 5 points of piercing damage.
You're just gonna look like Boromir with all these arrows sticking out of you.
Wilrick, you're up. Bareth, you're on deck.
At least she's not
Okay.
on fire yet.
So I cannot attack the one immediately south of me, right?
Yes, you cannot.
So I'll attack the one immediately south of Sylvie,
Yes.
which is at disadvantage because reasons.
Are you also out of spell slots?
No, I just don't have any that are super useful right at this moment.
Got it. Okay.
position.
That hits, by the way.
So yeah, 14 to hit.
You do not have to roll
And-
damage.
Oh,
It is-
okay.
No matter what you roll, it had 2 health
All right.
left. It's fire
Oh,
damage,
yep.
so it does double.
Yep.
Yeah. As you
So-
fire a bolt of fire at the creature that was attacking Sylvie, and it just starts burning as it
All right.
falls down into ash. It is gone.
Okay. And Homunky, go ahead. He moves kind of up around this way.
Flies upwards on top. Yep.
Yeah. And takes a shot at the skeleton that's been harassing Runa.
Okay.
I love monkeys so much.
Or
One monkey.
13 to hit
That hits.
on the skeleton.
Mhm.
And
Monkey, go!
does 4 damage.
This is the one attacking her specifically, right? The one to your right.
The
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, to
Yeah,
Wilbert's
that one.
right. Oh well, no. I guess that's right. That is the one attacking.
That's the one that was attacking Runa. The one
That's the one
attacking
that's
you.
attacking.
I said the wrong thing. I meant the one immediately south. But
Like,
I did say
right in
the one
front of me.
attacking
Yeah.
Runa. You can rule it however you want. In my mind, it was the one right next to Runa.
I've been nice to you guys for a lot of fights,
however you want.
so I'm gonna be mean this fight, okay? And just say
In
you said the one attacking Runa. I chose the one attacking
sure,
Runa.
I did. Yep.
It's fine. They're skeletons. It's not. It's not a huge
Sure.
thing here. All right, Barrett, you're up. Unless you want to
That's it.
move forward. Yeah, I'm assuming you don't.
No, I'll take attacks if I.
Are your
move,
knees
so.
still wobbling?
They're wobbling a bit.
A bit.
But you don't fall down.
But are they
Trell, you're on
wobbling
deck.
to and fro?
Barrett, your party needs you.
Seeing Wilric's firebolt action and the huge amount of flames that generated from the skull as a result, Bareth will take off the wrapping.
Oh, he's doing it in real life. He's got a kid.
And he will
You're a second hand.
he'll sort of gosh, I don't know how to describe this. He flourishes with his hand and says Fira, producing flame,
Ooh, okay.
and then he is gonna try to toss that at this skull head here.
Okay, you are a small creature, correct, Wilrick?
Yes.
Okay, so
I am
it gets
small.
no cover. Go on.
Small.
11.
It's not gonna hit. Sorry. Flame goes
You have
wide.
Inspiration.
I'm actually gonna say that flame goes wide and it hits a pile of leaves back in the corner, and that's gonna catch fire. Gotta be careful when you're doing things around dead things. So this area right now is aflame.
Good, get the tree.
Out of curiosity,
Mhm.
what was it that was hit on a 10? Was it the zombie that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The zombie,
think the
yes, the
zombie
zombie
was
was on a
skeleton.
10. Sorry.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I killed it. Sorry.
That's it.
Looks like there might be some more.
Okay. Trell. Not yet. I get to play with him again.
No, you can forget about him. You can leave him. It's fine.
Pops up right beside you, Runa. At this point, you're not actually noticing it. So does it attack with advantage?
Why though?
It's technically hidden.
Can Runa shout at it?
You can say whatever the fuck you want to it.
I don't know what kind of creature it is, so.
I'm not going to attack with
What is-
advantage because I'm nice. Once again, makes a swipe at your shadow. That doesn't work, so it's going to try to sneak back. You know what? No. That should be with advantage. I'm so sorry. I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Oh no!
The only reason I did it is because I read the thing and it says shadow stealth, and if it takes the hide action and it's not in direct sunlight, it can use the benefits
It's
of
okay.
unseen attackers. I had to do it. I'm so sorry.
Isn't this daytime?
It is, but you can see here that it's staying in the shadow of the mausoleum. That's why I've been keeping it here the entire time.
Do I have any sort of advantage because I'm also shadowy? Hang on.
You can maybe not die, but this is gonna be
No,
necrotic damage.
that's already gone. Yeah.
It's not gone. You can use it. Wait. Yeah,
No,
can't you use
strength
it
of the grave,
always?
once per long rest.
Is it once per long
Nope,
rest?
once
Okay.
per long rest.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
13 damage as it grabs onto your shadow and then rips it off of you. And as it does, you just feel as a torrent of blood comes
I'm
flying
gonna
out of
try
you.
and reduce that by as much as I can.
Okay.
You probably shouldn't because it won't matter.
Then never mind, I won't.
Okay. 13
Don't waste
damage.
it.
Pay attention to your negative. That's important, I believe.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm at negative 10.
Rules as
Not
written,
for,
it doesn't
but
matter.
no.
It's all in one
That's
turn.
just for strength.
I know,
That's just for strength.
It
for
has
the
to hit her
grave.
half of her health or all of her health in one turn.
all health in one turn.
Okay, all health in one
in
turn.
order to do a one hit. Although a melee range attack is an auto crit
Got
for
it.
2.
And Runa, this is something also to. I can't believe I did this. I rolled a 4. Your strength reduces by 4.
I'm dead, so.
No, your strength.
Okay.
Reduces by 4. What are you at now?
4.
I'm at 8, but I'm dead.
It
so
does. Okay,
my strength
that does not
matters.
matter.
Yes,
your
I'm at 4.
strength is reduced by 4.
Okay. I'm not sure how to do that, but we can do it when the fight is over.
No,
I'll
do it
remember.
now. This is important. This is our shadows
Oh.
work.
Okay, then someone's gonna have to tell me how to actually do that in
Just
D&D
keep
Beyond,
keep
I'm
in
so
mind that
sorry.
you now only have 4 strength. Because you had 8, right?
Right.
Okay, you feel as your
Yeah,
shadows
that's what I
rip
said. I'll just remember.
as your shadows rip from you, you feel the strength start to leave your bones as well as you fade into unconsciousness. And then it's going to go... And it is going to attempt to hide again.
Does anyone get a opportunity attack from it?
No one was close enough.
It was-
A 9, so most of your passive perception... Right here, none of you are close enough for attack.
Correct.
Oh, I was thinking it was one south. Never mind.
Any of you with a passive
doesn't
perception
Runa
over
have her-
9 can see it.
Rapier out.
Yes.
She's
does.
dead.
Oh.
Well, unconscious.
Well, okay. I thought at the beginning of the turn. Never mind.
would you guys like anything else? We'll do that. Okay, you're on death saving throws, Runa.
Yes.
If anyone would like to explain to Runa in Roll20 chat, if you know what a shadow does, you can. But I feel like that's a little bit metagaming. Maybe Runa wouldn't know what that is. In fact, I don't think any of you would actually know what that is. So maybe don't
No.
tell her.
I am I am shadowy.
Yeah, but you've
know
never
what
encountered a
shadows do.
shadow. These things are.
Okay.
Yeah, you're shadow, but
If
this
it's
is
no strength.
shadow.
Its name is fucking
This is
shadow. bro.
capital S shadow. Okay.
Trell, you're up.
You think you're a shadow?
So I am going to cast Shillelagh and then hit the skull directly in front of me.
Okay. There's a bunch of.
And that is a nat 20.
Oh!
What's
That
also
thing had
nice-
1 health.
Well, you know what? Damn it! I'm gonna roll anyway because I
Charles
get
really
extra
mad.
damage.
Play Saliva's Here Comes the Boom to celebrate that.
Yeah,
So
fuck this thing
I
up,
not
bro.
only would have killed it with 17 damage.
That would have killed almost
but-
any other creature on the fucking map.
Holy shit.
Wait, there's more. Because I
harder
have
than my max
symbiotic
is,
or entity up, so I would have dealt an extra 2 damage.
19
Fuck you,
damage
skeleton.
as you whack this thing on the side of its floating ass head, and it just the pinata explodes everywhere.
Fuck you, skeleton. Or skeleton head.
Benjamin, it's just gone.
And
Deleted.
that's my turn. My
I
next
hate
reaction,
skeleton
though, I will be
meltdowns.
taking action against probably one of those skeletons that's still alive, so just as a heads up.
Is there a range to that?
5 feet.
Reaction is 10 feet for.
Okay, so there's only one skeleton in
Halo's
range.
Force right now.
Yeah.
True.
right.
Okay, yeah. Sylvie, you're up, and Runa, you're on deck.
Can't wait to show you guys what I'm gonna do on my turn.
I
Plump like
am
a
going
fish.
to move through the spaces of my peers here, stepping over Runa's body.
Mhm.
Pop on over here.
A common
Um,
occurrence in this group.
Yeah. I
She's
will
not on fire
swing
this time.
upon the skeleton that is just below Runa.
Mm-hmm. Give him a whack.
Does a 14 hit?
14 do hit. Roll damage.
Oh, it do hit.
Roll tide.
That'll be 10 bludgeoning.
Can you do a xylophone sound effect as you?
No, I cannot.
I don't got a xylophone, but
There you go.
that was
That works.
And it's still standing, yeah.
Yeah, it's not doing great, but
It's still standing better than it ever has.
I will flurry of blows.
okay.
Maybe better.
An 8,
That doesn't hit.
a 14 again.
That will hit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Good choice to flurry. Good choice to flurry. Good answer. Good answer.
good answer. Good answer.
Why don't you,
Good
Somebody put it in the chat.
you guys need every win you can get right now. Why don't you give me a finish here, Sylvie? Beat the fuck out of this skeleton, will you?
She does a really cool smack with the stick, flings it around, kicks, misses, and then swings around one more time and just kicks its skull right off. Mid-air kick. Yeah.
Nice.
Rolls off. And then its corpse just.
Yep.
Not so
Clatters
spooky
through.
scary anymore, are you, bitch? Alrighty. Good move. Runa, you're up. Can't wait to see what you do.
I'm gonna do a saving throw.
Big
but I'm not-
move.
Quietly
there.
bleed to herself.
Quietly bleed to herself.
Oh, here we go.
No.
Okay. Wait. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to click anything in
Roll a
D&D
D20,
because I
just
didn't
roll
want
a
to do the
D20.
wrong thing. Just roll a
Yeah,
D20.
it's a straight D20.
10 and up is good.
Yep. 1 is very bad.
Yeah, don't do that
Oh,
one.
well, I got a
don't recommend
2.
it.
Oh, that's one
Oh,
fail.
it's not a one, though.
Better
It's
than
not a one.
That's one
It's not
fail.
a
You
one.
all watch as
You-
Runa coughs up a bit of blood. One
You can inspiration it though.
Yeah, I was gonna say metagaming crow. Should I inspiration this one or should I wait
Yeah.
for another?
I would inspiration.
I
that
would
one.
wait.
No, I would
wait.
do that one. I would do
Okay.
that one. I would
Oh.
do that one. Because if it hits you, that's a crit, so it does 2 instantly.
Okay, all right. I'm re-roll that guy.
50-50.
Technically 45-55.
4. Fucking wasting my inspiration. Okay.
To think I get to kill Runa today.
That's the only reason
Hey,
I would have
maybe not
saved it,
yet.
because it's only a 50-50.
Well,
As the swarm gets closer, now all of you, except for Runa, can see this masked figure wearing what looks to be like a almost like a Friday 2 Jason mask, the burlap sack over his head, or whatever the hell it was, the canvas sack. That's like over this thing's, what would be its head, and affixed to the front of it is this strange wooden mask that looks like a harlequin jester winking at you with a large smile, and in the open eye it's just a gaping hole, and you can see like maggots and other creatures kind of scurrying in and out of it. It is going to move as far as it can, and then hold its action. At which point, 1, 2, 3, 4. The shambling mass approaches. And they're all gonna wait as well. Belgit, you're up. We'll work on deck.
Cool. I'm going to, since everything around me is dead, I assume I've seen the shadow thing beating the shit out of Runa at this point, so I'm gonna head that way.
Okay.
You jump onto it.
And I'm gonna try and axe it.
All right. Give me a swing of the old axe.
Oh, that's a 26.
You're using
Nice.
The magical one, yes.
okay. 26 hits. Full damage.
Yep. And then I am also going to spend an energy dice to deal more damage to it. Force damage. Or is it force or psychic? Hold
I
on.
think it's psychic.
Yeah, so that's 9 slashing and 1d6 plus 2 force, which ends up being 5 force damage.
Ooh. Whatever form this thing did have kind of dissipates a little bit, but not enough as it is able to reform after your attack.
All right, that should have pissed it off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I got.
Okay.
This has been my TED Talk in turn.
A good attack. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're alive. The skeleton in the corner, seeing that Runa is no longer up and active, is not going to see her as a threat, and is instead going to draw its bow at the shillelagh wielding druid.
I'm in danger.
It's got a bludgeoning weapon. Kill it.
Our only weakness.
Metagaming skeletons.
They sound like the Evil Dead skeletons.
However, an 8 will not be enough to hit, as
Nope.
you know, it's just it doesn't got the old movement in the bones it used to. Kind of flies off and into the corner. Wilrick, you're up.
All right. Let's see. Homunky flies over to Runa and dumps a bottle of healing on her. So flies
I
over.
died with my mouth open.
Well, this is the salve based stuff, so it just,
Oh.
you have a white cream all over you, don't ask.
Around your mouth.
So
and
is
it
he
doesn't taste
massaging
very
it in, or is it just like splat and that's it?
Wait, what kind of potion? Your healing
It's
potion?
the elixir.
Okay.
So
Alchemist isn't a good class.
So that does 2d4 plus 5 healing to Runa, which I am going to roll here.
Big money, big money.
So that heals Runa, not that big, but
8.
Plus 5, so 8.
Yeah, still good.
Hey,
Cool.
that's good for Runa.
So Runa's
Runa,
up.
you're able to cough back and get your bearings. Whether or not that was a good thing to do is still in question, though.
Sure.
I'm better off dead.
It's I know what metagaming DM is getting at, but but this is what Wilrick would do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's I in my head when you said you were going to do it, I ran through like I think that's the best thing you could have done is pick her up.
Sure. So well, I mean, any hit on Runa when down would have killed.
Yeah, would have killed.
Oh.
Exactly, that's why.
As for Wilrick's action, well, first of all, I presume Wilrick is no longer frightened, right? Because they're all
We
dead.
want the thing.
I haven't rolled it.
Yes,
but
you're good. It would end on its
Yeah.
turn, and it's also dead. So all side
Okay.
effects are off you. You're good.
Sure. So, Wilrick, there's a 20-foot area here.
Mhm.
I'm on hide from others.
Yeah, I see.
20-foot area here, where Wilrick will cast Fairy Fire that hits all of those.
Nice. Okay. They have to make a what check?
Dex 15.
All right. Let's start with the skeleton. Skeleton gets 20.
God.
The zombie will not make it. Yeah, a 10. And then, ooh, this is a interesting. What condition is it? The fairy fire?
It's not a
It's Fairy
condition.
Fire,
It's the area. Each object in a 20-foot cube is outlined. Any creature is outlined in light if they fail to make a dex saving throw. So it's and they're shed in dim light in a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
So it's a physical kind of effect.
It's just the only reason I asked it affects that one as well. The only reason I asked is because that is a swarm enemy, and I was like, I wonder would swarm be affected by? I technically,
all the little things.
Yeah, technically it's every creature in that group that you'd be affecting. So I'm just gonna say yeah, as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the distinction on AoE effects. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Fuck Wizard of the Coast, bro. One fireball should kill any swarm creature immediately, and it doesn't, which is so strange.
Yeah, because it should do damage to all
every
the little
single
things.
yeah.
Yeah, Pathfinder does better with like swarm rules.
Pathfinder fixes this.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're fairy fired, and Wilrick will bravely move over this way.
I will bravely
1, 2, 3.
retreat. Bareth, you are up.
So am I in the doorway of the mausoleum?
Yes.
All right. Seeing all the targets in front of me are gone, I will step forward. Bareth will hold out his arms and allow his shadow to crawl up and envelop half of him.
Okay.
Activating the form of dread. I'll roll the temp HP in a minute because it's not going to affect anything here. He's then going to also toss the cloak back and unfurl his wings and take to the air.
Okay. He's flying, boys. How high?
25 feet.
Whoa.
Okay.
I thought for sure he was gonna say like 15.
Right, 25 feet in the air.
And then he will look at the skeleton and snap and say, Eldris.
Like a low orbit
Fire off.
satellite laser.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, well.
11?
Misses. Incredible.
Oh.
You're just a bit too high. Wind's kind of crazy up there, you know? It's not a... You know, we're looking at like 7 mile per hour headwind.
How many knots is that?
800. I don't know. Who knows? It's all make believe. All right, Trell, you're up next. Sylvia on deck. I had to mull this over for a while. However, I think this is what the creature would do. The shadow is going to slink around Belgit, wrapping around him, and go for his target.
Oh no.
No, you don't.
Leave.
Let's go for his target one more time. I'm so fucking good at D&D, guys. I'm so good at rolling attacks. 22 to hit. Runa.
Yes.
Hit me.
9 damage. So get on back down. But here's the big one. Oh, god damn it. All right, you lose 1 more strength. You're down to 3.
Oh.
Oof. For a second, it was on 4, and then it barely teetered to 1.
I have a maybe this is a
Pulls your
stupid
shadow
question.
back onto you again.
What happens if your strength is 0?
Bad.
You'll find out.
Bad happens.
Okay.
But you are
Very bad.
You were back down, and you were at 3.
It is in. Too bad. Undid all that healing.
Yeah. Well, I guess the best word I could say is socket. It's also gonna hide. With a 23, so unless any of you
Can it really hide there in total visibility?
as long as it is in some sort of shadow, it can make the hide action. While in dim light or darkness, the shadow can take the hide action. The easy solution is to get out of the shade. But you guys have been kind of stuck here by the onslaught.
I'm in sunlight.
It's a pretty good encounter design, I think, from my perspective. Anyway, Troll, you're up.
Seems pretty good to me, says the
Right.
author.
So I am going to use my movement going around the creature to go up here, do my bonus action shillelagh, and hit the green zombie. Actually, no,
That is
green
a
zombie is
zom-
not
that's a
affected
skeleton.
by...
As a
And
skeleton.
that's not affected by the fairy fire, right?
No, but it is in dim light because it's next to the other one.
Gotcha.
Fairy firing the shadow might have been the play, Wilrick.
Yeah.
Except I can't choose who's affected.
Yeah, everyone would have been over there.
We would have been fairy fired.
So,
So I'm actually going to be hitting then the red guy that is fairy fired.
okay.
That is not great. Does a 12 hit it?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think
Then I still
strong
do
fart
have...
would hit it, honestly.
Ooh, I still do have symbiotic entity up, so I will deal an additional 1d6 necrotic damage to it.
Beat its
but-
ass. Oh, necrotic. Necrotic's good. Yeah.
So that is 9 damage altogether. 6 regular, 3 necrotic.
And as you hit it, you notice a little poof, puff of smoke pop off the side of it. As you realize these are also these kind of like charred zombies that you've seen before.
And Likewise, saving my reaction for Halo of Spores for that zombie that's next to me, or the skeleton that's next to me.
Got it. So let me know, do it, okay?
Yep.
Okay. Sylvie, you are up. Runa on deck.
So Sylvie can't currently see the shadow right in front of her,
Nope. You would
Right.
have to make a perception check.
which would blow my action.
Yeah.
correct? Alrighty, so what happens if I walk away from the shadow?
That's a really good question.
Well, she's stepping, so if you're gonna opportunity attack her.
I can't. Oh, mobile only works when you attack, right?
Correct.
Hmm. Will it drop hide to attack you? With advantage. Have we picked on Runa enough, you think?
Yeah.
It's int
probably.
6.
I've
if that.
died twice.
You've died 0 times.
19, baby! Sylvie!
That'll hit.
It grabs onto your shadow as you try to leave. And it will do 8 damage as it starts ripping a chunk of you, and as it rips at your shadow, you see the claw marks appear where it would on your body. These giant stripes of blood fly out. And then you start to feel your strength kind of drain as you lose 1. Dropping down to whatever that would have been. You had temporary hit points, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to make sure.
From the last fight.
Just remind you that you had the Okay. Sylvie, continue your turn.
Okay, so I'm running. Man. I think Sylvie's gonna follow Trell. And
Yep.
do some tag team with Trell.
No! Kill the thing!
Kill what thing?
The
You
thing
can see it now.
murdering
The
Runa!
thing that just hit you.
You have a
Oh,
turn. Hold on,
Can
hold
I
on.
I can see it now?
No metagaming. She
I know.
said what she's doing. You'll have a turn
Well,
before the shadow's up
listen,
again.
So I can see it now?
Yeah, it's out of hide.
Okay. Well, seeing it appear. Sure, Sylvie will turn back around and whack it.
Okay.
I think that's probably the thing Sylvie didn't realize is that it is
Yeah.
now visible again.
Yep, that hits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't connecting. The
No, it's
thought
all good.
there. 22 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
4 bludgeoning.
As you make a swack back at the creature that had just jumped up and attacked you out of nowhere, Runa unconsciously breathes a sigh of relief as the energy that this creature was made of dissipates, as you do 2 damage because you have a non-magical weapon, but only had 2 health left. So
Oh man, I was that close.
yeah, you were
Damn.
that close. You almost killed it. That's why I was saying, like, your turn's coming up. I don't think you have to worry about not killing this thing. And it
So
dissipates back into the shadows it came from.
great. Seeing that accomplished, Sylvie's gonna look around, see.
That is a CR 1/2 creature, everybody. Just so everyone knows. CR
Shadows
1/2.
have always been bullshit in every
2 of
edition.
those could have killed
any
3 of you.
RPG ever. Yeah.
Yeah, CR is not.
The CR is absolute
indicator.
bullshit.
Yep.
Shadows
Oh,
are
yes,
always
temp
tough
HP
for their
also from that.
CR.
What'd you say, Sylvie?
So are
Yeah, you
ghouls.
get the temp. And
Lot
you're,
of
you're
undead, really.
done, right? Unless except for movement.
I have a bonus action still.
Okay, I wasn't sure how monks work. If you need to attack, main attack and then bonus action, or if you can just bonus action punch anything.
Main attack and then bonus action, but I can use my bonus action on anything else.
Okay, got it.
I can also split up my flurry of blows and hit 2 different creatures.
Ooh.
So with that being done, seeing the homunky right there, looking down at Runa. Okay, this situation's handled. Stepping over Runa again. Sorry, Runa. She's gonna book it after Trell.
Okay.
And flurry of blows. starting with fairy fire creep person.
Are you splitting them up?
We'll see.
Okay. First one.
Net 20.
Advantage?
Fairy fire?
Gives advantage?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep, that's
I've
Yeah,
never
that's a big thing for it.
run Fairy Fire ever. I've never seen anyone use it. So
It's good.
Yep.
It's good
Seven.
for stealthy dipshits and stuff like that. Yeah.
a mighty blow of 7 damage as the back of it kind of puffs out this huge blow of smoke. Still standing though.
Ooh.
All right, we'll go for the second one on the same creature.
Better than it ever has.
That's a 16.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Another 7.
Give me a finisher, Sylvie.
Ooh.
Okay, so she's just gonna do a bunch of roundhouse kicks here, but low. We're kicking out the I'm not even gonna try to name bones. The calf bones first.
The calf
and
bone's
then,
connected to the thigh bone. Yeah.
It drops down, and then she's gonna kick out the thigh bones next, and it just
Nice.
shatters from there.
Nice. It crumbles
Battering
into
thighs.
ash, and then all that's left is clothes, and bone. Nice move.
And
nice
that
turn.
will complete my turn.
Runa, dazzle us.
Let's go, Runa.
roll a
Just scared my
d20.
cat.
Do it. We believe in you.
12!
Hey, not dead.
Tick 1 success.
Now it's my turn to have some fun. As the swarming
Internet disconnect. Go.
as the swarming creature that is now lit up by the purplish flames. Yeah, I'm gonna say purplish flames of fairy fire. Turns its attention, its face now staring at you, Trell and Sylvie. It is going to land on top of both of you, and now you're just being you feel the feelings of hundreds of rats crawling over each of you, and it is going to bite at
I would like to use my reaction to have it do a con save for my Halo spores.
of course 10.
That fails. It is going to take 2d4 necrotic damage.
8d8, right? Keeps going up.
Yeah, 88. That's 5 damage.
Nice.
500 damage.
Five
Yeah,
damage.
500. Yeah.
5 damage is
That's how
a
that
lot
works.
of damage. Trust me, this is going to go well for you. 20 to hit Trell.
Yep, that hits.
That hits Belgit.
All of the rats now, Sylvie, on you, rush over to Trell, and Trell, you were just enswarmed in this massive pile of rats, centipedes, maggots, all kind of
Ugh.
coalescing on top of you as they all at once stop moving and bite. 4d6 damage as you take 18 points. Sylvie, you watch as in this swarm
I'm gonna
of
spend a
rats.
reaction to help reduce that.
You are so far away. You can do that?
Yeah, 30 feet.
Hey.
That is insane. You are literally. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Do you need line of sight? There is a building in between the two of you.
I
The
mean,
swarm itself, though.
If it see the swarm, it's fine.
when another creature you can see within 30 feet of you takes damage, so I would have to see Trell.
Can Bell get
It's kind of like
jump really
the
high?
gate and the steps.
I
though.
did
It's not
describe
really
this as you are completely enshrouded with rats. So I'm going to say he cannot see you. I'm going to make this decision off rip. Apologies.
They're also kind of on the other side of the building.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
It was
That's
like
fair.
kind of see her, but just the way I described it. Apologies. 18 damage as blood explodes from this swirling mound of rats.
Yeah, so it definitely does damage, but I'm looking better than you'd expect.
Okay, that's better. That's better then.
This is not a CR5.
I forget, is that skeleton
Yeah,
near
swarms are
Trell?
fucked.
It's supposed to do an additional 22 psychic damage to you, Trell.
What?
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 We're gonna ignore that.
Are you sure you're reading that right?
We're gonna ignore that. Another 5d8. It should do another 5d8.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
It deals
that
9
feels
dice
bad.
if it gets on
If
top
it,
of
if
you.
it
have-
hits if it
The
hits
swarm
once,
has multi-attack?
no, that's one attack. If it
Oh,
hits,
Jesus.
one target in sword space takes 4d6 piercing damage plus 22 5d8 psychic damage.
Jesus Christ.
That's
However,
crazy.
I flavored these as not cranium rats. So because they're not cranium rats, I'm not going to do the psychic damage. That
Oh,
is a
it's-
decision I am making.
A swarm of cranium rats.
Swarm
or
of bites
worms?
like a
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
fireball. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
There,
It is a swarm of fireball.
It is a localized fireball. All right, that is going to be its turn. And you are up now. Nobody actually, because the zombies go now.
Elgit encouragingly says, "Oh, the zombies are nothing. Ignore them."
Okay. One had to use its dash action, 20 feet of movement on these things. One had to use its dash action to get to you, but one of them is within range to attack you. Sylvie. $14's gonna miss. Can't really reach you underneath all those rats. Belgit, you're up. And we'll work on deck.
All right. Well, we have another problem. Fun. I'm gonna move 5 and 15, 20, 25. Is my movement 25 or 20?
I think
It is 25.
25, yeah.
It's just enough. All right, and I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna start hacking at this giant pile of undead meat. I've got to deal with this 5 minutes.
It is living, to be fair.
Oh, it is living.
Yeah,
Okay.
It is a swarm of rats and creatures in general.
All
and you have
right.
advantage.
I do.
Fairy fire.
I do. I do.
Can it save from fairy fire? Is that a thing or no?
Only that first time. Then it's.
Okay.
Then it just glows.
So it's
exists.
sucker save spell.
Yep.
Yep.
And technically, the ground around that area is illuminated in dim light. Any objects like
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
lit, yo.
That hits
connect
Bogey.
vision.
Yep, 16 hits. Roll damage.
Woo!
Does not have a high AC. A lot of rats.
That's 10 slashing damage. I'm going to spend another die to whop you with force damage.
As you
and
slash
4 more
into it, a
force
bunch
damage.
of rat carcasses come flying out.
And then there's a psychic shockwave after that for 4 more.
Just another couple rats, but they're still swarming in a quite terrifying manner. All right.
I just keep hacking. That's just in my entire turn is probably just hacking rats.
Nice. Okay. Good turn.
I only do it so fast.
The skeleton next to Trell. Trell, you're currently enwrapped with rats. It's gonna use its movement just to disengage. One step backwards. I think you can do that. Skeleton seem like
That's action. If
Disengage
it's,
takes an
disengage.
action.
Can you do a safe movement backwards, or am I thinking of a different edition?
Different
thinking-
No,
edition.
it's just
Different edition.
disengage.
Thank you.
action
There are no
for-
5-foot steps and
No 5-foot
5e.
steps in 5e.
Nope.
You don't have a reaction left though, because you
I
used
do
it.
not.
But Sylvie
I
does.
did.
That's the issue.
These are metagaming skeletons.
Damn
One
bludgeoning
smart-ass
weapons!
skeleton.
Our only weakness!
How many
I like
the
intelligence
crows in the
does skeleton
tree.
got?
There's 6. They
Talking
would have
about-
the intelligence to know about fighting, and it wouldn't actively put itself into harm. Like
Scary
a wolf wouldn't do that either, and it has 5 intelligence. Like an ooze probably would, but
Sure.
All right. It's going to attack at Sylvie, noticing that Trell is kind of so wrapped up in shit. Trell, how many temp hit points did you get from the thing?
The temp hit points was 12, so those are all gone.
Okay. $18, Sylvie.
Uh-oh.
That'll hit.
Stab in between the rats. You take 7 points of damage as the sword finds its mark and slips between
Okie dokie.
a couple of your bones there. Rattle me bones! And it'll end its turn there. Wilrick, you're up. Bareth, you're on deck.
All right. Homunky flies over to Runa and shoves a banana down her throat.
Oh.
Did we... Apologies. I don't think you ever RP'd saying that...
Yep, we did.
Yeah.
That Trell,
Back at
that
the, at the
Wilrick
barn.
got the good berries. It was the. I'm
It
trying
was
to think of.
after I
Probably
cooked the
2
rabbit.
sessions ago?
It wasn't good,
Was it before
so
or after
I
you...
passed
Before or
good
after you
berries,
slept?
and it was after.
Okay.
It was first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning?
Yeah, I remember specifically.
Yep, when it
Trell-
tasted bad, Trell was going to throw them away. Wilrick said, "I want them."
Oh, okay.
Yep, put him in monkey.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
yep.
That did happen.
All right.
I
so
didn't
I just want to make sure it
but
happened.
it
Just
did
want to make sure it happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
When that happened, Wilrick pocketed 2 and shoved the rest in Homunky. Was the
We had a discussion in player
Yeah.
chat to verify that yes, that
Yeah.
was a thing that happened.
Yeah.
so
How monkey use that action?
so-
Shove it in her mouth.
yeah.
So if we got
So
any fan
Homunky-
art from this week, it would be of Runa having a banana get shoved in her mouth
They
by a
weren't.
monkey.
Oh,
no.
I did make them bananas, didn't I? Because I made them too.
Yes.
Let's just
Yes.
going right on in.
they're like plantains. They just don't taste good, bro.
Plantains are great.
Oh my god.
I
Right.
do
Not
like
raw.
plantains.
I'm making another
Raw,
shadow.
not
Sure.
Let me finish her.
Not
So-
raw.
So anyway, that happens, and then Wilrick lines up from this distance. He has more than enough range to point and aim and toss a firebolt into the rat swarm,
Okay.
which is at advantage because of fairy fire. Which is a 20 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll damage. Dirty 20.
And yeah, dirty 20, and that's 9 damage.
Good job. A big flyer bolt flies off. You see a couple of the rats fall over and
That was a good one.
And Wilrick says, "Ah, rats!" And then a rat runs out of his hat.
Nice.
He joins the swarm. No.
You know what? You joke. I'm so sorry to do this. It's gonna gain 1 health.
Well, hang on. It says the.
You have no control over the rat that comes out.
Sure.
It just acts as a rat. And you will, I'm sure, at some point discover why this is a thing, and then you won't feel bad about me. But one rat goes and joins the swarm, and he gets 1 health.
God damn it, Wilrick. Quit healing the monsters.
It does say it tries to get away from me as quickly as possible, and it's neither friendly nor hostile.
Please trust that I am
He's joining the rat circus.
I'm not doing it. This is just a thing.
That's fine. Yep.
My next round, I'm gonna like Runa's gonna wake up and she's gonna join the swarm.
Bareth, you're up.
That's the way to do it.
The swarm. On the screen, it appears as a large creature. That is true, yes?
It is.
So it takes up 10 by 10. Right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm keeping that in mind.
Okay.
We're gonna float over here. And
I cry out, Barrett, there's a child in there.
A well of inspiration.
Not a child.
All
A
those
child?
rats are children.
oh, we got to get on this then. We are going to try. Not elders.
Elders.
Bareth will look down at the swarm and sort of hook a finger and say, Lurin. And we're going to try lightning lure on the swarm.
You're 25 feet in the air?
And it's 10 feet, so that's within 15, right?
Yes, so it would get within 5 feet of you, yeah. Good math.
Strength 13 save.
11. Roll 12, it's got a minus
All right.
1.
So you see the swarm lift 10 feet in the air.
A couple of the
I'm
rats.
free.
A few of the rats kind of get pulled towards him. And then...
And then it falls back down.
Aw, shit.
How much damage does it take? 4?
So sorry. 4. Yes.
Does it take fall
4
damage?
lightning.
No. It's swarm.
Damn.
Only the things that went towards him died, essentially.
Yeah.
Including the rat from your hat. What a life it led.
Remy, no!
I'm sorry I rebelled.
I'm doing my part.
I'm so sorry. Who amongst you has hit the rat swarm?
Sylvie, definitely Sylvie.
Wilrick, Bareth, and Belgit, right?
I did
haven't
with
hit
my Halo of Spores.
Belgit, have you hit it yet?
Oh,
you
yeah,
did.
of course.
How much damage did you do? Do you remember?
I'm so sorry. 1 second. Let me double check this and make sure it's applicable before we move on. It may not be applicable. I hit a creature. I would like the swarm to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
If it can be frightened.
It can't.
Is it possible?
No,
Yeah,
it can't
it's
be. It can't be
mindless.
frightened. Yeah. Condition immunity is frightened.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Belgit did.
I looked it up. Yeah, I fixed my issue. Okay, Trell, you're up. Sylvie on deck.
So I am going to just take one step out of the swarm of rats, but still within its range.
Mhm.
And I am going to actually...
Kill the rats.
I'm gonna go ahead and recast symbiotic or reuse symbiotic entity.
Okay.
And gain 12 HP or 12 temporary HP.
Okay. Smart.
And that is my
Saved your
action.
life.
That's your 2 wild shapes, right?
Yeah. And likewise again, I still have my reaction for Halo Spores that I'm holding on to.
Okay. Sylvie, you're up.
I'm gonna whack some rats
Whack some rats.
Wax 'em.
at advantage. Fairy
Yes.
Fire's still up, yeah?
As a note, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, it has resistance to them. So,
Yeah, I don't have any other choice.
yeah.
So.
I'm just saying, remember that and then just cut your damage in half. If I forget, yeah.
Okay. $17 on the first.
That'll hit. Good move on the fairy fire.
Are we rounding up or down?
Down. Damage.
So 5 on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my last flurry of blows also.
Okay.
So 14
That hits.
on the first.
Roll damage.
3.
He's punching, beating the fuck out of rats right now. Left and right, they're falling.
And a 22 will hit on the left.
Ooh, that'll definitely do it.
That'll be 2 bludgeoning. And then yeah, I'm gonna scoot.
Where?
I'm working it out. I
Because that was you
Let me
can't
reread.
disengage, right? You're out of key points.
correct.
Mobile, though, right?
Yes, mobile.
Oh, mobile. I'm sorry.
I can move through the space of any creature that is a size larger than yours. These are medium zombies, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna slip through to the other side of these 2 zombies.
Unless you're not affected by it, the swarm is difficult terrain.
No. It doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah.
Not because of anything, but because she's got the movement to get through difficult terrain. Yeah. So she's on the other side of these 2 zombies now.
Okay.
The skeleton between Trell and me, I guess, can take an opportunity attack, I believe. Just playing.
Oh, it's only things you hit can't take it. Okay.
Correct.
Got it. Okay, the skeleton will take a opportunity attack. Thank you for telling me.
Sir.
Skeleton
an 8.
has its bow out.
You're good. No, it was stabbing.
Cool.
Oh, that's right. It switched.
It was in stab mode. All right, you're good. Good move, Sylvie. Runa, you're up, and Belgit, you're on deck.
Cool.
Runa's
Runa's
back.
gonna take one step. Runa, with a roar, stands back up for the second time.
That's half your movement, by the way. So you got 15 left.
Okay, I just want to take one step.
Yeah, do you cough up the peel?
Yeah, I cough up the
The monkey
peel of
gave
the
it to you with the
banana.
peel on.
It has no
I don't know how
concept.
people eat these things.
It was taught how to do that with regular berries, not things with a shell.
All right, and Runa is going to use her bonus action to convert all of her sorcery points into a spell and a meta magic. She's gonna angrily toss the banana peel
Someone
on
double
the
check that
ground.
because I think she's wrong about one of those things. It just becomes a
Which
spell
thing?
slot. 2 sorcery points can become 1 spell slot.
Right, and then I'm using 1 for the meta magic that I'm going to use with the spell.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I did my math right.
Yes. Yeah.
So Runa's going to throw this banana peel on the ground. She's going to just let out a roar towards the swarm of rats and that zombie that's closer to her that I ping on. Can't ping on for some reason, but cast Chaos Bolt at both of them with a twinned meta magic.
Ooh, twin spell.
Twinned spell.
Twin spell. Double checking really quick to make
Let's
sure.
see those doubles.
Twin spell is 1
Yep.
meta magic point. Is it?
It sure is.
Yeah, then I believe.
It's based on the level. So I'm casting Chaos Bolt at level 1, so it's 1
Okay. Mm-hmm.
sorcery point.
Let her
okay,
rip.
So then I just do 1 at a time, right?
Yeah, just roll 2 attacks. Just click it twice. $18 hits.
18 and 11.
11 wouldn't hit either of them. So you said rats and then skeleton and then zombie. Oh, I'm sorry. It hits
One of
actually.
those?
Yeah, the zombie will hit.
Should be at advantage.
Perfect.
You can roll the
Oh,
cast.
yeah,
roll the
advantage.
cast bolt.
But I don't know what
The
that
18 again at advantage,
means. Okay.
Just in case it crits.
just in case it crits. Yeah,
In case it crits.
crits.
but they're both gonna hit.
Just in case it crits.
Nope.
Come on, dice.
Nope.
Good.
Nope.
Just in case it.
No.
No?
Because
Nope.
I said
There's
roll
20
it one
there.
more time,
Wait.
and you rolled it with advantage
The-
instead. You already rolled
The
it once.
11
That's
The
what you
11
just
would have
said.
been the 11
Oh.
would have been the first one, so it's not a crit.
Oh, I thought you said roll it one more time with advantage.
You
So
had
I-
advantage.
No,
you already
sorry.
rolled it
We were
once.
making it
Yes.
advantage.
You were
Yeah.
making advantage.
That was the
It would
second.
take the
gotcha,
first one anyway, so we'll do the 11.
No,
you
that's
don't
fine.
get the crit.
Okay.
Sorry.
I just misunderstood. That's okay.
That's all right. Okay, so roll damage for both.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the effect first, and then there's an extra 1d6. So hang on.
So we're doing the rat swarm this time. This is rat swarm. You rolled 4d8,
Okay, rats.
which seems fucking
It says crit.
You did not crit.
It's
No, it's
Oh,
Wait,
it thought
all
it
I
was a
did was
crit
click the thing.
Oh,
It-
okay. Yeah, it thought it was a
Oh.
crit because you rolled. All right, roll. Just click it again.
Stupid
Ignore
game.
that.
Why is it?
That number doesn't matter. Just click
Well,
damage.
Okay.
just 5 plus
Well,
7
why is
then,
it
right?
saying 4d8?
Just click.
It's gonna do the same thing.
Oh, she's upcasting it. Go scroll up to.
no,
level
I'm
1
not.
spell.
I'm clicking on the level 1 spell. But the level 2 spell does say 2d8, so I'm just gonna click that one. Is that okay?
It says
I don't know why it's like
it
that.
says 2d8 for me on yours. Just hit the refresh button on your page. that should fix it.
I got so excited.
I would be too.
Okay, now it says 2d8. I'm gonna hit it again.
2d8.
all right. Roll doubles.
13. Okay.
And then
Hold on.
Plus
Poison or
1d6.
psychic damage, your choice.
Poison. Would Runa know anything about which would be better?
Would Runa know? You said poison, right?
I mean, it's
You said poison.
rats.
It's fine. You said poison.
Okay.
Okay. Now roll the d6.
An additional 5.
So 18 damage. All right.
Yes.
A mighty blow as the poison hits these rats, and they actually start to dissipate. So many of them dying into a much smaller swarm now, more than half of them gone. As random bits of them start dying off to the poison gas that is being released from the cast bolt. Now roll for the zombie.
All right. 12.
Okay, a 5 and a 7.
And that would be
So you can choose lightning
So
or
that-
psychic.
Caw group.
No con
Is there
group. No
something
con
Runa
group.
would know
No.
about?
Lightning
of
or
those
psychic?
two.
The zombie. Lightning.
Okay. And then roll the d6.
Another 5.
Okay, 17 damage. Holy shit, that did a lot. Well, that was a
Ow.
that's a fucking sorcerer right there.
Don't kill me, and I won't kill
As the
you
lightning
back.
blasts. However, Sylvie, I need you to make a con check, please.
Check specifically, not a save.
Con save. Sorry, con save. Saving throw. My bad.
A big fat 4.
Ooh. For the next minute, you have disadvantage on attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks.
Okay.
You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns to end it early.
Very
What
good.
happened?
We're gonna hit the ash zombie next to Sylvie, and the puff of smoke
Gotcha.
inhaled into Sylvie's lungs. She's got the black lung
Oh.
pop.
Is that a thing that happens with? Is this a Sylvie thing or a Runa thing?
This is a ash zombie thing. I haven't been doing them just because, in my
Ash
mind,
zombie
when
thing,
you
okay.
attack them, the puff would be going the opposite direction from where you are, and none of you have hit one while standing next to the other person. So this has just been a DM thing I've been being nice to you guys about, just how I thought it would work. But since Sylvie was right
Wouldn't
there,
it hit
and you
the
were-
other zombie next to it?
They're zombies. They can't. All right, good turn.
Just asking. I
made-
mean, that's the direction it was going.
They're made of the puff.
They're made of the puff. They don't breathe. You don't have
Oh,
to
it's
worry
a
about
puff of them. I gotcha.
don't have
I
to
thought it
worry
was
about
like
their-
from the spell.
The swarm is going to head on over to Trell once more. There's a lot less of them,
darkness,
but you're
mild
you're
friend.
still just completely surrounded by about 24 rats. You'd say
Rats.
rats. Trell. 19 to hit.
That hits.
5 damage. Not as much that time. A little bit less, as there's a lot less rats. But
You think rats and centipedes scare me? I worked at the compost fields on my farm, motherfucker.
all right, you know what? 5d psychic damage as well. And you take 60 now. It'll end its turn, completely enveloping Trell. The two ash zombies are going to turn. This one is pretty dumb. It doesn't like the fact that they got hit by lightning. So it's going to walk towards Runa. You get an attack of opportunity. Sylvie.
Okay, I'm gonna die again.
Oh, Sylvie might save you.
22.
Roll damage. I do not know if it's possible for you to roll
it.
lower than. Oh, you could have, but you didn't. With the
I
exact amount needed to kill it, it
Oh,
blows up into. Oh, disadvantage. Roll again.
Well,
It pops to a puff of smoke. However, Runa.
Are you
Con,
gonna kill me with a puff of smoke?
con save, please.
Runa, hold your breath. Hold your
Oh,
breath.
okay.
Don't breathe it in.
Don't huff that fart.
There is no puff pass
And
with
the one
these.
next
You
to you is
just
going
gotta
to attack you,
pass.
Sylvie,
Nope.
with a
5.
10. Runa, you have disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. For the
I
next
know a
minute.
lawyer that.
Cool. I'm
can,
gonna
get
re-roll
you.
that and hope it's higher.
Why?
Because it was a 5.
Why would you re-roll it?
Because you said I have disadvantage and I didn't roll it with disadvantage.
No, you now have disadvantage. Disadvantage doesn't mean.
Oh, now have advantage. I'm so sorry. I just didn't hear you. I thought you were reminding
also
me that I
not how
had it for
disadvantage
some
works.
reason. If I were already at
It would,
disadvantage,
if
though,
you
and I didn't
already
roll
failed,
that
it would
way.
just take the lowest amount, no matter what. So you could not roll higher with disadvantage.
Could have failed harder.
Okay.
Yeah,
You could have
Yeah.
natty one it.
Yeah, you couldn't add one, and then I would have killed you. All right,
Stinkiest fart.
Belgit, you're up. Wilrick, you're on deck.
Speaking of the stinkiest fart, let's see. So I'm up. What's left? Just a skeleton and a zombie dude?
Skeleton, zombie, and plague rats.
Oh, I didn't see how small they were. Yeah, I'm gonna go for those.
They're on my face.
Don't worry, I'll get it with this axe.
Oh.
16 to hit.
I'll hit.
Hold still.
Oh. Oh, fuck. You are right. And I was joking, but they are enveloping you, Trell. Which means, does a 16 hit your AC as well, Trell?
Yes.
Now, stop me if you've ever heard this before, but I'm gonna spend a psychic die to reduce my own damage to Trell.
Hold on. I'm trying to work this out in my head, because this now sets the precedent for how this works for swarm creatures in the future. I believe if the rats are on Trell, she would get hit as well, would she not? If it hits.
I think that's
The question
fair.
that I have to that
Okay.
is that they were enveloping Trell previously, and Belga attacked the swarm.
The swarm
But
was
the swarm is
large.
also bigger.
Yeah, the swarm was large, and you could hit another part of it. Now
So
the
this
swarm is
specifically that it's smaller.
it's
okay.
that smaller, and they are specifically on
Got it.
Trell.
Okay, got it.
I
Oh,
think
yeah, looking at Beyond, I think it is ruled that it would hit both,
Yeah, I think
unfortunately.
that is how.
I
it
didn't
goes.
want to see
I thought-
the answer.
At least
I
I,
thought
can reduce
most,
the damage I do to you, so...
I thought usually the creature states whether or not, like in the creature stat block, it says that while you're enveloped, damage to the creature damages the person.
Whether or not
any
it does say
engulfed.
that, for
But-
whatever reason,
sure.
it does specify here that to attack, it has to be on the swarm space, meaning that the swarm would be on it, meaning it would be enveloped. From there, we have to extrapolate just based off of other ruling with different monsters. I'm gonna say,
Thanks, 5e.
yeah, thank you, 5e. I'm gonna say, unfortunately, this is also gonna hit Trell, but I will allow Trell to make a dexterity save here to attempt to not get hit.
Chow, that's a 17.
All right,
Ciao!
Chow.
Trell,
That's
you're
higher
able
than the attack
to,
roll.
seeing the attack coming, kind of move to where the most rats were on your body.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, oh.
And you feel a little bit of a tink on the back of your shoulder plate armor thing.
Like grab one and hold it out in front of the axe for you.
But yeah, it does not hit Trell, so 10 damage.
Yeah, I mean, my guy's gonna be actively trying not to hit you
Yeah,
as
yeah.
he's hitting them. So you just hopefully move with me and not against me when I'm doing
It wasn't a hard DC, but I was just wondering if I should even do it in the first place. Good job.
No, I liked it. I liked it for flavor.
Yeah. Anything else, Belgit?
You know what? I'm gonna do more to him
Ooh.
since I didn't have to save it for Trell. Chow! That's 7 force damage.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Right after your turn ends, Sylvie, do a dexterity check for me.
Just confirming. Check.
Save.
16.
All right, you're good. You didn't notice it, but behind you, a branch was kind of sneaking up behind you, but you noticed just in time, right before it grabs you. Okay.
I'll
Belgit.
deal with you in a minute, tree.
Belgit, there are so few rats left. I think it's pointless to continue this. So, give me a finisher for the rats.
So yeah, as he's just hacking away at him, is like Trell kind of like moves and rocks and everything, like, but in a very predictable way, so I can keep doing my thing. You know, I start that and I build up with that that kind of purplish shockwave comes out and just shatters most of the rest of them.
And they all just burst into bits and pieces as the rat swarm dissipates. And What falls left behind is that mask that the swarm was wearing.
I put on the mask. No.
And it's interesting because you can see Trell now, and she looks a little scratched and everything, but she looks fine. I mean, she looks great.
Trell,
Positively glowing.
She looks really annoyed, actually.
I'm assuming you kept track of the amount of times you got bitten, correct? It was 2, in case you didn't.
Wait, me?
Yes.
I wasn't keeping track.
Yeah, it was 2. The messages I sent you,
Mm-hmm.
2 instances go by. So I'll DM you that after this.
Gotcha.
Wilrick, you're up.
Okay. Has the zombie near Sylvie been hit?
Can't tell you that.
Okay. Wilrick moves up a little bit to get a good line of sight on it, and aims and launches a firebolt in the direction of that zombie.
Okay.
That would be a natural 20 for a 27. I mean, natural 20. It doesn't
Nice.
really matter beyond that.
Crit, baby!
For 9 damage.
As the firebolt caused a puff of smoke to burst out from behind the creature, not affecting anybody. Good job, Homunky.
Is it still alive?
Oh, it's
Or
still alive, yeah.
up? Still
Homunky,
up.
take the shot.
Yep. Homunky starts doing
into the lab.
calculations.
Homunky
You see
heads into the
uh,
book depository.
Back into the left.
Yeah. It's gonna get up here. Take careful aim. And aim at that zombie as well with a 16 to hit.
Will hit.
I assume it hits, doing 5 damage.
Another burst of smoke flies out from behind it. Its wife starts grabbing the pieces that fell out of it and trying to.
But yet the bullet can't be found.
It was a magic bullet.
Okay. Good turn, Barrett.
That's it, yeah.
I'm gonna go a little bit quick just because I want to wrap up the combat.
Fly a little close. Drop down 10 feet. And then we're going to do Fira and throw some flame at Mr. Scaly Man. Or attempt to, anyway. Tell me 21 hits.
21 hits. 21.
Fantastic.
Can you do something for me?
Jesus. All right. 1.
Doesn't do much. The skeleton didn't even notice that you hit it with the fireball. Actually. Good turn. The skeleton does get to go. I forgot to give him a turn, but he didn't mind. He's not mad at me. Trell, you're covered in dead rats. He's gonna attack you.
Dead. Yeah.
17 to hit.
That hits.
4 damage as he gives you the old razzle dazzle. Rattle your bones.
I'm okay. Doing okay.
That'll end his turn. Trell, you're up. Speaking of.
Then I'm casting Shillelagh and bashing that dude. Oh, also I forgot to use my reaction. Shit, can I do that from the previous turn?
No, just because it doesn't matter.
Ah, okay. 17 hits.
17 hits. This is also damage vulnerability, so this will be doubled. 8. Yeah, you fucking obliterate the skeleton.
Yeah, plus an extra
ding,
damage.
ding, 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 as he flies into bits and pieces everywhere.
Yeah, like I take a real angry swing at this, and after it goes into pieces, go again down with the quarterstaff, just like on the bones.
Pulverizing them into dust as you swing and swing and swing. The mushrooms
And Belgit
protecting.
respects Trell for the first time.
For the first time ever.
Damn.
She needed that mean streak. She needed that dog in her.
She got that dog. Sylvie, kill the zombie, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill the zombie.
Okay, with disadvantage. You guys can all join me in anticipation because it has 8 health. So let's see if she can do it.
15.
15 hits. It has 8 AC. It has 8 health. And
There's your 8 health.
yay! Kill that zombie! Kill that zombie!
Wing through the tummy.
See, poke its tummy.
Poke its tummy. Poke its tummy.
Give it a tummy ache. There you go.
And as the final zombie falls, you all can take a sigh of relief, as it seems like there's nothing else here.
Well, we
Well,
know.
yes, let's go to the well.
But then the earth starts to tremble. A beholder pops. The tree that was swaying and kind of moving unnaturally during this fight, by the way, finally kind of rests back in its original position.
I'm telling you, that tree ain't right.
Belgit, I think you're. I'm starting to think you're onto something about trees.
I'm telling you, when did a tree do anything nice for us lately? Not at all.
Is that the break time point then?
Yeah, we'll take a break here.
A spooky potty break.
A spooky potty break. Take a nice 5-minute break.
Gives a whole new meaning to spoopy.
Spoopy.
Scary.
Oh, that was a hell of a fight.
Sure was. Holy shit.
Hope you guys are enjoying the Halloween D&D stream, everybody. I had to do a big graveyard fight. You know, I felt it in my bones. I felt it in me rattle me bones.
Would you call this a graveyard smash?
What Trell did definitely was a graveyard smash. And a lot of those monsters did get turned to mash. So, kids, I'm sorry I killed you twice.
I don't think you're sorry.
It wasn't like you were just the closest one there.
Should you explain to her now what a shadow does?
Had your
It makes sense.
Had your
I was
strength
gonna say it makes
reduced to
sense.
0?
The shadow thing went over to me.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Had your strength reduced to 0, you would have died instantly. No saving throws, no coming back. Your character would have instantly died, and then in its place, a shadow would have taken.
We would have had another one in the fight.
Yep.
Ooh. Do I get to like play as the shadow then?
No, I do, and then I.
I mean, if you want to be a dick, yeah, but.
Is there
Nah,
a way to
let
like
Bruna murder us.
regain strength?
Who knows? Right now, you're
Okay.
at 3 strength, so try to
Is-
remember that. That's a minus.
Wait, is that something that it's a -4.
-4? Yeah.
Is that something that like a player would know? Like there must be an answer in D&D.
I would
Well, if
rather
you can normally
not tell
lift
you.
like 100 pounds, you can only lift like 50 pounds now.
the
probably.
less info you have to metagame, the better. if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
not
thought
fair,
maybe
though,
there was
because
just like
players that
a
just know will
general.
have that knowledge in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not important. She doesn't need to know. She will find out eventually. So I think it's more fun for her just to not know.
I guess more my question is like, is there something that we will do in this campaign where she could regain strength?
I can't tell you. I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay, well, then I'm gonna look it up.
Don't look it up.
Well, then, okay. It was just a yes or no question.
I'm not gonna tell you. It's more fun if you don't know. Play as if you're Runa and you don't know if you're ever getting your strength back.
Method acting.
Tiny stick arms. Last thing we'd want is a second shadow to hit the party too, so we're lucky that you didn't die.
You literally would have caused. Well, we don't need to talk about it.
Sylvie also got a little bit of strength sap though.
Just a little bit.
And for those keeping track, it is currently about 11 a.m.
It has been the shittiest day
This
of
has
our
been a
adventuring
rough
party's
4
life.
hours, bro.
We have just gotten hit by truck after truck after truck. Well, some people have. I haven't.
There is an incredible side effect, by the way, that I've yet to reveal, which is going to be so much fun. I physically, I cannot wait to do it. So I feel like you guys have been doing pretty well so far in the campaign. Like even the body taker plant, you guys didn't really like. Runa almost died there, but she was okay. You know, you guys handled Sundown Bridge really well. The Banshee didn't get you guys. You beat the fuck out of it. So like, I've had this like itch to really get you, and this fight really fucking did it for me.
Yeah.
If those rats did an extra 22 psychic damage.
Oh
That's
my,
insane.
my god. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted a giant rat swarm, right? That would like take the shape of a large creature. It didn't exist. Luckily, I got Planescape, and the cranium rat swarm does that. I was like, oh, that's fantastic. I didn't read the fucking 22 psychic damage it does. So I feel like because they weren't psychic creatures, omitting that was fine. I don't think that was an issue.
Yeah, that seems fine. I mean, it could have, easily downed someone with its primary damage, and then one hit killed them with the follow-up psychic damage.
Yeah. I mean, thank God you guys had the temp HP that you did. That I think that really saved the fight. There was a couple times
because Trell took probably Trell's entire max hit points, I think.
Oh yeah, 100% I did.
Sylvie took some massive damage too, and Sylvie was okay, which is great. There were a couple times I was worried, which is why I brought up the first time, like, "Hey Sylvie, don't you have temp HP?" That's what trying to make sure you guys remembered, but
Temp HP is so good.
did pretty well. Runa continuing the streak of, are those Totinos?
Oh, hell yeah.
Fuck, man, now I want Totinos.
I want Totinos!
You make enough for everybody?
Come on over, everybody.
What are you eating, Holden?
Gareth and Bill get naked in a tub eating
chips.
Totinos.
They're pop chips. They're like kind of like Pringles, but puffed potato chip things.
Nice.
They're not amazing, but they were quickly available and easy to grab. They're good. But yeah, I think it's nap time in the mausoleum, I guess. I guess this is our home now.
Mausoleum.
This is our home now.
Yeah, several of us aren't in great shape, so.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the sort of primary spellcasters are out of spells.
Yeah, I have a spell left, but I've also blown a lot of my spells in terms of elixirs.
What?
I blew myself.
You can do that?
What was that?
Is that the feat you took this level?
Autofellation.
Autofillation.
Gain +1 to
Don't get, you want
dexterity.
to take down a tree.
I had this whole map that you guys could use, by the way, and you guys stayed in that fucking corner. You did not
escape.
move.
We didn't really
at
explore the
all.
space. Yeah.
The first things that came out moved too fast to like really
It pinned
readily
him
get
in.
away.
You're right. Yeah.
Well, I think
you're
another
100%
issue was
right.
no one decided to move. Everyone's like, I'm going to stay here that first round. And then from there on, you were just stuck there.
Well,
I
I
think-
mean, my character has to chase the fight anyway, so you really appreciated.
Like,
how
Trout was
compact
all
it
the
was.
way down here and then ran back to you guys. I think just in the future, try to remember that that first round movement, that's normally the only movement you're going to get where you can kind of spread out. And it's a smart idea.
Yep.
Scatter.
Lucky to fuck that I didn't have any AoE, or you guys would have been getting bombarded. It would have been good.
I was worried you were gonna AOE right as I got to the fight.
None of them
'Cause I
had
saw
anything
you
I could
drawing
do
that
with.
circle and everything, and I'm like,
No, it's
come on,
just
man,
you set
not
the,
again.
You set the graveyard on fire.
Oh, I sent
Good.
you one more message, Shrek.
Oh, okay.
Let it burn. Mausoleums will survive.
Mausoleums always
Die
survive.
in the grass next to the mausoleum.
It'll be
Die in the
it'll be a
grass.
lesson.
Die in the grass.
Yeah.
Runa got to lie in the grass next to the mausoleum.
400 times.
Right,
It was
are you guys
dying.
ready?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna wear this more.
Saf, take it away.
So the fight dies down, and as like Trell finishes beating this skeleton's corpse into almost nothing, it's just broken bones and dust. She's gonna go and turn, look at Belgit, and go, "You could have killed me with that." And she's going to just take her quarterstaff and try and whack at him.
Okay. Roll the
But
hit.
I
No extra
didn't.
spell, just a whack.
It wouldn't hurt. He just takes it.
It's not good. Well, you don't take anything.
Trell swings at you and misses in anger as she's still kind of yelling at you, Belgit.
But we got through it. We got through it. It's fine. And then he
Yeah, we
thinks it's
got
weird
through
that
it.
he's actually having to talk her down at this point, but
Yeah, she's like getting right up in your face. She's like, "Yeah, we got through it, and look, Ruda almost died again. We could have." And then you swing at me with that. What the hell, man? What's wrong with you?
nothing's wrong with me. What's wrong with you?
Fine. Thankfully.
Thanks to me.
Insight.
Yeah, you can roll insight, and you didn't like the way he said that. Attack him again, Trell.
You.
Sylvia, I'm gonna
not
say that
50.
succeeds in general. You know exactly what this is. You've gone through this. This is the blood fever that you've been affected with. Belgin, another swing goes wide. This one aimed at your head.
I'm gonna mind speak to Belgit. She's sick. She's sick like I'm sick. We need to do something.
Is this two-way?
Nope.
I say
Nope.
out loud.
At this time, Runa is quite injured. I'm assuming, Wilrick, you're next to Runa. Would you be tending to her?
Just shoving banana after banana.
I hand
know why
Runa
anybody would bother
handful of
at this point.
bananas.
I'll say,
I
Wilrick,
will eat all the
you're tending
bananas.
after Runa, yeah?
Yeah. There's. I would offer up a few bananas probably at this point.
All right. Offer out and many bananas as you want. You can just message her how many. Barrett, but you probably would have noticed this is going on now, and Barrett, you definitely would have noticed coming down from your fucking high horse, you flying bitch. As you.
If I see that, if I see that happening, instead of landing there, I would probably land more like these are just dead bodies.
I don't see what you're talking about.
Probably
Yeah,
more
okay.
like there.
You land on the remains of the skeleton that Trell had pulverized into the ground.
It's dust. It's fine.
Hey, if the two of you don't mind, we still have a tree situation to look into,
How dare
Runa
he,
would like to
Trell?
take a look around
I do mind.
to make sure that there's no more enemies.
Let's do this quick. But you're good. You're like
Sorry.
dying right now, Runa. You're kind of focused on that at the moment,
Yeah, but
and
you can
eating
still
banana after banana.
I can be quick.
Go on, Trell.
Yeah, I do mind, actually. Will you get out of my way?
This seems unusual for Trell, right?
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is me, the player, asking the DM. Would Barrett notice this?
Yes, absolutely.
You've probably never seen Trell angry. Like, she's been downtrodden, but always tries to put on a good
It's been
face.
2 years also. So, but yeah,
Yeah, you haven't
This
seen her a
seems-
lot, but
this seems out of character. Barrett will say, well, you know what? You're right. I am in the way. But where are you in the hurry to get to, Trell?
Stop him. You hear?
You hear Trell.
oh shit.
Sylvie's slowly gonna close in on Trell.
As you're
as,
noticing with your 20 passive perception, people moving in, you hear the
Oh,
voice.
can I stealth?
You'll have to roll over a 20, but you can attempt to stealth.
Alright. How about a 20?
She sees it, unfortunately.
Oh.
She literally sees it at that exact point. You hear
Alright.
you hear that voice in the back of your head, Trell.
Past entangle. They're getting too close.
Shit, I can. Well, there goes my last spell slot. For some reason, can you see me, Ping?
Yeah.
Yep.
Casting Entangle there.
All three of you make strength saves. You need a 13 or more, and Sylvie, remember you have a -1 from that. So I believe that's a -2 for you.
13!
Strength
gotta-
saves. Oh, it doesn't matter then. Belgit, you should be
Oh,
okay.
well, if it's a strength save, then it's actually enough.
I'm sorry, what did you
It's,
do?
Strength save. She casts Entangle on you guys.
Yeah, it's almost like rotting, twisted, thorny vines that are coming up from the earth.
20 ain't shit.
Sylvie, you get
Ooh.
entangled as you're approaching.
Oh, Sylvie.
So you feel the vines grab on you, but Barrett, you're able to, as they get you, use your wings to fly out of them, and Belga, you walk straight through them. What are
I
you
go
two doing?
sell it.
Let's see. Since I used the wings, I'll just ascend slightly more. To be about 15 feet up. And say, you have 5 seconds to take that spell down, or I will put you down.
I don't think she's putting it down.
Do what he says, or I'll do it quicker.
I'm not doing anything you guys tell me to do.
Gareth?
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair enough. As a nat 20, as he snaps and says, Eldris.
Oh no!
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Oh no!
Shot her like the childlike height she is.
18.
Well, unfortunately, Gareth, as you attempt to use
Uh-huh.
Eldritch Blast, it does not come out. Eldris. And the normal echo that happens when you do spellcasting, that booming voice does not appear. You hear the whisper in the back of your mind, Gareth.
Let this play out.
Is this
Slowly-
the whisper I'm used to hearing?
Yeah,
This doesn't
yeah.
sound like the whisper I'm used to hearing.
Yeah, that's the whisper you're used to hearing.
Do I get a whisper?
No.
Oh.
You got one. It
Well.
was Sylvie.
I would, speaking of which, I would like to mind speak this same message to Bareth to let him know. She's sick with the same thing I'm sick with. We need to find a way to keep her under control.
All
Or
right.
she'll
Well,
start eating.
Belgit's going to help with that and attack her with the blunt end of his axe.
Okay.
I said Bareth, right?
12.
She's fast.
That doesn't hit.
Yep.
Do I get to make another save against the vines at any point? Or
Yeah, you can do it
am I
now.
just stuck here?
You can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be another 9.
No.
I'm not gonna try to remember how to spell it. Well,
I would assume at this point, Will, Rick, and Runa are starting to
yeah, you
have our
probably
attention.
The bananas
Like-
have been shoved down Runa's throat enough.
There's only so
Okay.
much that can go on before we're like,
Yeah. So
probably when
If
entangled
that's
was-
the case,
You're beginning to approach now. I kind of want to let this scene continue to play out, but
Sure.
you guys are now
But yeah.
approaching. Yeah, Trell.
we're aware.
So,
Okay.
seeing Bareth fly up, her eyes track him for a second, and then Belgit's the only one that's still a threat that's still in range. So she is going to cast Shillelagh and take one more swing. 17.
Still a miss.
He's
You're
gone.
so hard to
better!
hit, dude.
Yeah, now you know my fucking pain. It's so fucking hard to hit, bro. Okay.
Yeah, I have the Superman dilemma. In a fight, I'm probably going to last longer, a lot longer than all you guys, to the point that, like, yeah, I mean, I can chew through these monsters, but you can't. So it's like, where can I direct attention so that I get it off of you? But
And you'd notice that hit was different, or that swing was different than the others, because as she swings, well, you would have noticed the spell cast, but as she swings, kind of that black spores tends to follow the swing in kind of a arc.
Is
Ugh.
your Halo Spores shit still up?
Probably. It's 10 minutes.
Yeah, do that shit.
Mm, I don't wanna, though.
I know you don't.
I don't wanna.
At this
My
point,
plans.
Trell, they are your enemies. Consider
No.
them such.
That is a reaction. Belgit needs to make a con saving throw, DC 13.
fails.
5d8 psychic damage.
God, symbiotic entity is still up too. It's 10 minutes, so 10 minutes from the start of she cast it midway through the fight, so let me know when that's down.
I mean, fucking okay,
Yeah.
like
Oh, no.
60 rounds from now.
You take 7 necrotic damage, Velget. I'm so sorry. I
If
don't
only
wanna
we're
do
poison.
it.
If we're poison, I was fully resistant.
Yeah, as these spores start touching you, Belgit, you start feeling your skin kind of rot. Sylvie?
If I may,
Mhm.
Sylvie would like to speak up and try miserably to talk to Trell. Trell, we're friends, right? We're friends. Remember, we're friends. You're sick, like I'm sick. You need to fight it.
Wisdom save, Trell.
I'll say she is my best friend. Let me save. 21? No, wait, no, I don't want a 21. I want to roll low. Fuck!
No, yes, you want 21.
I want a 21.
Yeah.
Good for Trell?
Wisdom.
Why
You're
would
good.
you
Yeah.
not want a
okay.
21?
Trell's like, I
You're
want to
not
keep
making
fighting.
a statement against
Fuck
me.
these people.
No! I wanna keep
Trell,
fighting.
you were able for the moment to kind of shake yourself back into it. You have disadvantage for now until your next short rest or long rest on every ability check, saving throw that there is, but you are able to calm yourself down for a moment.
Yeah, and you see her face change. The anger drops, and for just a moment, she just looks absolutely horrified. And she's gonna take one step back from everybody.
Operating
leave me
attack?
entangled. That's cool.
Is Entangle still going?
Entangle drops everything. Curse
Okay.
spores fade away.
Sylvie's gonna rush over to Trell and hug her.
She fell for a
Trell
Trell.
starts crying.
Attack now.
No!
Vine burst. She's been a podling the whole time.
Barnaby PTSD kicks in.
Oh no! No, Trell's just gonna start just sobbing and just like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Sylvie.
I feel like we've been here before. It's okay.
It's role reversal. Wind it back, do it again.
In the same day, even.
Same day. It's a long ass day.
It's
Aerith lands next to Belgit and puts a hand on his shoulder and asks, "Are you all right?"
It does kind of actually hurt. It's just like it's not even there anymore. It doesn't feel pleasant at all. I don't like it.
Willie!
Yeah?
Luna's up. Do you have
Yeah,
any
yeah.
of those bananas left? Or healing salve? Anything?
Regular banana?
It would
I
tap
have-
me out pretty much completely to do anything notable there.
I'll be all right. I'll be all right.
You know, sometimes it's better to save it for in the moment getting someone up if needed. I don't know.
You gotta
I
get it up.
noticed Runa needed that twice.
Mm-hmm.
She sure did. Let's
Happens
all
with
go
age.
get somewhere safe.
How about
Let's
we
get
go
out of
sit
here,
under the
get somewhere
tree?
safe and
How
patch each
about we
other
go
up.
literally anywhere else?
Back in the mausoleum.
go
Runa
to the
would also
well.
like to look around.
Yeah, let's go to the well.
I think we
The
should
well.
Clear me is not thinking the well is a great idea.
a crow on top of the mausoleum. Go to the well.
Fuck you, Crow!
Yeah. Go fuck yourself. We're not going to the well.
We should
As a
regroup,
sign that says
but I also
TPK.
feel we should
Yes.
do something about that tree, Belgit.
I'll do something about it.
What's the status
At
of
this
the
point, I'm with
ground that was on fire?
Belgit.
Hey, it's
Yeah,
dissipated. It burned what needed to be burned, and now it's
Okay.
smoke and embers. Yeah.
Belgit has that hell ring on. He's actually going to take a firebolt at the tree.
Okay. All right, do the firebolt.
Let's see.
Your hit would be int, so
Yep.
just roll int. It's a
6, but that's without proficiency.
It's a tree. I don't know how much AC a tree would have. Fuck all of
tree,
this.
too.
It hits the side of the tree, and a big chunk of it comes flying off. It doesn't seem to react at all.
That tree was moving during the fight, right?
Yeah, it was being all creepy. Tree-like.
I suppose let's investigate that more later. For now, let's regroup in somewhere with relative safety. Barn?
Mausoleum?
Mausoleum.
I mean, the mausoleum feels kind of safe, especially if we close the gate and stuff. But
Point.
it's on the creepy side, but, you know.
The gate
Yeah, we're already
was
here.
broken off its hinges. There was no closing that gate.
Mending
There is
would be able
propping
to
up
do
the
it.
door.
No, mending can't fix something that's broken. You'd have to find all the bits and pieces. You know, mending all the pieces have to be together.
Nah, let's go in the mausoleum. We're good. We'll go in the mausoleum.
Hey, Belgit, you think you can prop that silver door back up?
Yeah. I'm sure I can like pull it kind of after us.
Cool.
At least kind of like set it up against it so that like
You know-
something would have to knock it over.
You know, a good defensible spot that isn't in a creepy graveyard would be, the creepy basement under the barn.
The dungeon
It's
with
not
the
at
door
all
that
like a
locks with
creepy
the fun
graveyard.
stone.
Yeah, I think that's what Gareth was mentioning.
Yeah, it's not
Belgit,
that
if
there's
we
a bunch
go
of
to
like
the
dead
barn-
babies and flesh and terrible books and all sorts of things. Nope, nothing like a graveyard down there either.
No.
If we go to the barn, you get to play with the fun stone door.
I've already seen that fun stone door.
It's closer to the
Not
well,
the same
too.
anymore. Yeah, it's no well.
So, I'm fine with either.
Trell's kind of checked out. but-
Mausoleum for now for a short rest.
Yep.
Then we retreat to
good.
the barn.
Okay.
She's
Belgit's
gonna
take his
kind
second
of whisper to
wind.
Sylvie.
Hold
Um,
on, before anyone does anything with a short rest.
Oh.
You're staying in the graveyard.
Yep.
Okay. Don't do anything with a short
Me.
rest. Because
No,
a short
this
rest.
This
you're-
is just a bonus action.
Yeah. You enter the mausoleum, correct? That's where all you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All of you who are bitten, besides Trell, at this point, the turn clicks.
Mm-hmm.
Trell, you are unable to take a short rest.
Shit.
It requires constant focus and willpower to not lose yourself. You are in a constant battle right now. It is impossible for you to rest. Entering into the mausoleum, you guys slowly head down the spiral staircase and back into the main area next to Bastion's grave.
And I'm actually gonna like tug on Sylvie's kind of her sleeve before we're going down. She's like, I can't be down there in such a small place. That close to you guys. I can't. I can't.
I'll watch over you.
Give me a perception check, Sylvie.
Six.
Alright. That's all.
So, Runa, while we are all fighting the undead zombies and whatnot, what exactly was your plan getting right up into their face?
Well, I was pretty much sapped of magic, so I figured I'd
You're never truly
Try
sapped of
otherwise.
magic.
well,
You could have done other things.
probably wasn't a good.
Getting up in their faces like that puts everyone at risk. What were you thinking?
Are you yelling at?
Well, after what you displayed out there on the battlefield, yes, a little bit. I would think somebody that was in the Rippers would have a little bit more sense.
Well, that was never really what I was known for in the Rippers. As you know, I got
Success?
caught quite a few times.
Hmm.
Aerith, you're kind of being a jerk here. What's up? I mean, Runa almost died. Maybe getting up close wasn't the best thing, but why yell at her?
Next time, it might not just be her that almost dies. She could have very easily gotten anyone next to her killed as a result. What if anyone stopped
Well-
to try and help her? What if your homunculus was out of commission? What would we have done then? I thought about trying to get close to her, but I knew it was a terrible idea to use the ring on her at that range.
Bareth, I feel like we've all had some pretty rough experiences today. And maybe we need to go in and sit down. Or are we already in the mausoleum?
You're in the mausoleum, next to the grass.
Oh.
I'm
That doesn't help. That means outside.
You're in the mausoleum.
Because, okay, before... I tried to do this earlier. Before we go back to the mausoleum, Runa really wanted to look around and make sure there was no more
You're good.
enemies that she could see.
You're good. You're good.
Okay. Because it was never like, you're out of combat. But that might have been... because
It's because of Trell.
there's other things happening.
Do a perception
Yeah.
check for me as well right now. Runa.
Sure. She is still a little wobbly from
Can you guys
down all those
roll
bananas.
any better?
Nope.
All right, yeah,
I
you don't
rolled
know.
well.
Makes
in
it
that,
interesting.
I'm just saying,
Perception 2.
Okay, so if we're in the mausoleum already, then I just want to tweak what I said instead of saying let's go inside and sit down. Bareth, how about we look through some of those papers you wanted to look through? Between your fancy language eyes and my remedial Vistani, we might be able to figure something.
You guys notice?
Runa, can you roll for that, please?
Yeah, if he's asking you to do a
think I'm allowed
persuasion, yeah, if he's asking you, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
During this time, by the way, you
Oops,
notice that Belgium
sorry.
is kind of
Hang
separated
on,
from you
sorry.
guys.
It's a not natural.
30-20. That'll do,
Dirty
Bareth.
Yes, you're right. We should take a look at the papers. Maybe they'll have some more clues as to what's going on. It's possible we missed something. Yes. Very true. He takes out some of the papers and starts going through them and says, "Oh, well, chatting with Runa normally. Oh, this seems interesting. This is a date where happened."
Nothing else here, by the way,
Yes.
that you guys haven't
That's-
already gone through. This is a general note.
That's fine.
It's just information on how to
Runa
use the
will
mirror.
continue to... Yes.
Just playing the distraction game.
Yeah, Runa will continue
Yeah.
to point out tiny, mildly interesting things while keeping a suspicious eye on Bareth.
And Troll's just gonna go kind of sit on the floor and just bring her knees up and just kind of... Looks like she's trying to get some rest and it's just not working.
Oh. Runa, you've just reminded me of something. Sylvie, I have something that may be of interest to you.
Okay. What is it?
Bareth pulls out
His
the diary.
Oh, sorry.
Halloween is a
Didn't
different
Wilrick
kind
have
of
the diary in
stream.
the bag? Who actually had the bag of holding?
No. That was the
Oh, that
sketch
was
book.
different.
Oh,
Bareth
okay.
has another book, a diary.
Second book has
The
entered
good
the
book.
campaign.
Yeah. This I found down in the children's captivity area.
What?
In the child jail, yes.
It's what he calls a preschool.
No, that's fish in a barrel.
Ah, yes.
So-
We usually call that a bedroom.
The children's captivity.
The interesting thing about this, Sylvie, is the diary starts out perfectly normal. It's written by, and he'll be including Runa in this conversation as well, and Wilrick if he's close by. It's written by somebody that was sent down there with the children. The diary itself begins perfectly normal, like exactly what you would expect from a diary, recounting days that they spent down there. However, as the diary goes on, the book becomes a little bit more gibberish. Not the same gibberish that was in the skin book that's in the bag. This is somewhat like ravings, madness almost. The book mentions that one of the children that were down there when they were sent to try and survive the purge was infected with something. And slowly they all became infected and went mad, calling out for some voice, some individual.
Do an investigation check.
Fascinating and terrifying at the same time.
Those who are reading the book, give me an investigation check. So Sylvie, Runa, and Bareth. Oh, Runa wasn't paying much
Three.
attention.
For the record,
We're just watching Bareth.
for the record, I've read through the book previously, but you still want the investigation, yes?
Yes, because now you're looking through it
Okay.
for a specific reason.
I know it's kind of crowded. He had pulled
Nobody
me
knows
over,
anything.
but you know.
Oh, you're all dead.
Oh no.
Wilrick, would you also have pulled in there?
I was imagining it, but that's getting a little crowded. But I was imagining that I was listening to what he was saying and participating here.
I would say you're listening,
could
but
probably
not
stand over
actively reading.
Sure.
Yeah.
4 people is snug.
Sylvie, you definitely know what this is at this point. I don't think there's any hiding it. This book, the way that the passages that he's showing you specifically, is the same thing you went through by yourself. You were able
But
to.
voice.
The voice is different.
The voice I'm unfamiliar with.
The voice you're not
But-
familiar with. The urges, you're very familiar with. So,
Right.
I think at this point your character would be wondering, is it that I was able to overcome it somehow? that I didn't get to the stage where the voices are at, like the stage Trell is at? Or is it that this is a different thing altogether? I think that's something for your character. That is what Sylvie would be thinking at this moment, because everything else lines up. Bloodshot eyes after a certain amount of days, thirst for blood, a hunger for flesh, uncontrollable rage. On the better days, they're just all irritable at each other. Just,
This is.
Where's Belgit?
Where is Belgit?
He's licking the rock.
Are you just out there with the stone door, the stone lock? We don't want to know.
Chopping down the tree. Belgit, you're not in the room?
No.
Belgit? Bruno's gonna yell.
He's not going to respond.
Earth, this is interesting to me, and I do have things to share with you about it. I think I know something, but I don't know. I don't know anything. We need to find Belgit.
All right. Trell, you coming along to search for Belgit, or do you need space?
Hey. He's gonna look at Sylvie for advice on that. I don't know. Should I?
Yes. Come help.
I'll come help.
Want me to go?
I think we should all go. Stick together.
Yeah.
Let's not get
Stick together.
separated.
Back out we go.
And Sylvia will stay very close to Trell to reassure.
onto the grass, leaving the mausoleum. Do they see you at any point, Belgit?
Yeah, they come up, they approach Belgit, and he's just gonna look at him very cautiously and watchfully, almost like you've seen him kind of be alert when there's enemies around. And he's just gonna kind of stare.
What happened, Belgit? Did you see something? Are there more zombies? Please tell me there are no more zombies. I'm tired of zombies today.
Can't trust anybody anymore.
Well,
Belgit? What's going on, Belgit?
You saw her do it. It means you're all capable of it.
Belgit, I'm sorry. Please.
That's just what you want me to think.
But Belgit, you also saw how the rest of us stepped in and tried to protect each other.
For now.
For now.
You know why.
But let's...
Runa, do you think it's time for all of us to go back to the barn, maybe, and be somewhere that's not the graveyard?
I think that's a good idea. But let's make sure that we're on alert and we're keeping each other safe. Can we all
we'll
agree
be
to
safe,
that?
all right. You go first. I'll take the rear.
Is that what would make you feel best?
Yes.
You're concerning me, Belgit.
He just stares.
Maybe we go in pairs. Like we walk in pairs, so no one's at the end, no one's at the beginning, alone.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Maybe if you all huddle
Okay,
up into a circle with your backs facing each other and spin, then no one's in the front and no one's in the back.
Yes.
Belgit, you've seen me healing and saving people and trying to keep people alive. Would you be okay with me walking with you?
He sizes you up. Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Ulrich
Okay.
takes 2 points
Barrett-
of psychic damage.
Yeah.
Ego crush.
Like,
Yeah,
that
I'll be
that
good.
rough? Damn.
How about
Be
this?
I think
just
we-
fine.
Bareth and I will go first. Trell and Sylvie in the middle. Wilrick and Belget at the rear. Does that sound good to everyone?
Runa, I think for Elgit's peace of mind, perhaps Trell and Sylvie go first, if the two of you don't mind.
Sure.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I can try and keep a lookout.
Hey, Sylvie
You've
and
got those
Trell,
good
Go.
eyes. Trell.
perception check, both of you, please, with disadvantage.
Yeah.
One of you.
Not passive.
Oh,
Probably
you
not
all,
since
you all
disadvantage.
fucked up.
13.
Oh wait, that's I have to roll again. 14.
You both noticed that on your way back to town, there was a lot of activity there.
Oh. We can't go this way.
Are we well?
There was another path out of the cemetery, right? Looks
What
like
if
to
we
the
just leave
left
now?
side.
I'm just saying activity, by the way. I'm not saying what. I'm just saying there are now figures moving in town.
What if we just leave town? I know we're all tired. I know we're all hurt. But this town has done us no favors.
Sure.
Maybe we come back to the well another day.
Point of clarification, where is everybody at this point? Because
you guys like at
Sylvie
the
and Trell were leaving, so
you guys at the entrance
Just-
to the graveyard. The idea.
Mm.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
you're there?
There was no real loot from the combat, and we took a break immediately afterwards. That mask
That's
thing
true.
did fall if one of you wanted to grab that. If you don't give two shits about it, whatever, but
Yeah, I'll grab the spooky mask.
Why don't we put the mask in with the skin book?
put it on.
You know, that's just what someone who wouldn't want me to put the mask on to figure out what they're about would say. I put on the mask.
Just
Do you really?
put it in this. Just put it in the scary bag. All the scary
Do you-
things.
do you
scary
want me-
bag.
You want me to identify it and understand it before you put it on?
Probably. Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
All right. Well, if we want to sit, I can do it. It'll take like 10 minutes. If we want to walk and have me do it later, I can do
Don't
that
you have
as
a
well.
spell slot?
Let's go.
Let's walk.
Use the goddamn spell slot.
Nope.
Let's go.
No, let's.
Where?
We need
Go
to
where?
move.
We're going to the barn, I
Uh,
guess.
Out of this town.
Well, the idea
No,
was
because if we
going
go to the
town.
barn, there's people.
Trell, you're a
Are we
forester.
afraid of the people?
You would
Yeah,
know this,
I
and
am.
something that they probably don't, because they didn't leave that much. Outside of dedicated paths and areas, the wood is extremely dangerous. To just head into the wood in a different direction is asking for trouble. Especially in the state you're in now, you would recommend against it. There's a reason you guys use the paths you do to do the things you do.
And I imagine like she kind of has her hand on Sylvie's arm or something like that.
Mhm.
And she's just going to kind of give it like a very slight squeeze and just say, we can't just go into the woods. Whatever's in town, we need to stay on the road. We need to get past them. We go into the woods, we won't come out.
So,
So,
what is in town?
Will they come back?
There's movement.
You can Trell.
Sylvie,
Can't tell.
you can look at your map. You have that map. There's a reason I gave it to you specifically.
We could go to, and she's going to point at, on the map, there's another town that's marked to the, I don't have the image up, to the, I believe it's northeast. I forget, did the missionaries say the name of the town that they were from?
They did. Cardend.
They did.
Shit, do I have that on my version of the map? I cannot. No, I don't think I had the name on it.
All the names for things.
Well, I know that, but I don't have all the names for things. I have some of the names for things, right? Like Trell does?
That town is marked as Cardend. The one to the
Okay.
west is what you're talking about.
Yeah. We could get on the road to Cardend. It's...
There's where there's creepy people with the triangle eyeball thing we're from.
But they're not dead and they're not zombies.
Yeah, but they said something about like a creepy cult or like a religious figure or something. Does that have something to do with this?
Almighty.
So very quickly, just so you guys can look at Trell's current map. You guys are here, right? At Coalfield.
Yep.
This is Cardend.
Yep. There.
Do a nature check for me, Trell. I know you're so good at those.
Oh, I am
Yeah,
so
very
great
studied.
at nature checks. I am so amazing at nature. Well, I can't roll any less than that, so that's a 2.
Okay.
And our barn is.
Want me to take a look at that?
Oh, well.
There's a plant there.
Wilrick, you absolutely can take a look at the map. Trell is not
Trell's
in the
not
right
gonna-
mindset. You would definitely be like, let me...
She still has
Alright.
a strong grip on the map, but she kind of shows it to
A
you.
little bit better.
There seems to be
Itty
some
bitty.
sort of path that leads westward of your position. Where exactly it goes, you have no idea. But there is a indication as if there is a path westward out of this town from where you
That's-
are in the cemetery. In fact, you can actually see that on the cemetery map itself. There is a way out to the west.
Which, as a player aside, the fact that druids and rangers,
Yeah.
their nature stat is is connected to int, which they are not typically good at. It's some D&D bullshit.
Paladins don't know religion. 5e is a
That's true.
fucking mess, bro.
What's the? There's the town there, but what's in between where we're at and the town?
You mean the space between?
From a DM, just me telling you guys,
Sure.
this location. By the way, this isn't the full map. This is just what she has, from what
Yeah.
she's learned. If you're talking about that, that's Nove, Knove. The Foresters avoid it like the plague. There is bad juju, bad stuff, bad juju. They normally don't make it that far, which is a big problem with getting to Cardend. Is that most roads have to go through Nove, and Nove is a death trap, as Trell's been told, which is why Trell hasn't been up that way either.
Yep.
So, I assume Trell lets me know what that is.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Yeah, as much as she can, absolutely.
Sure. So, would we just be heading there?
And it's
That seems like not a good idea.
The path west isn't that road. The path
Okay.
west just heads, if you can see this, like in that direction. You can't see
Okay.
exactly where it goes.
Okay, it feels like a separate path from the
It is
road.
a separate
Gotcha.
path. It is off the beaten path, but it is some sort of path.
A slightly beaten path.
Slightly used.
and we
Sylvie.
we should be able to avoid it, but we can't go back.
Seems
into
like we
town.
don't want to go that way. We don't want to go that way, and we have a questionable way this way. I take questionable over known bad.
You don't know. I'm sorry. Just as a point, you don't know that it's bad. There's just people in the town that weren't there previously. Figures in the town, I should say, not people.
Sylvie, would you mind terribly scouting into town and seeing what's going on there?
I'll do my best.
Once we have that information, we can make a more informed decision as to how to proceed, yes?
Sure,
Trell.
sure.
Stick with Runa.
Okay.
I'll be back.
And she's gonna keep some distance from Runa, but kind of move over towards you.
Sylvia like nod at Runa, like understanding. Like, we got this.
Runa nods back.
I'll nod back.
Yeah, holes in her chest plugged with bananas.
I was going to say, while we sit there, Wilric pulls the last banana in his pocket out and offers it to Belgit.
Was that a banana in your pocket? Or?
Oh,
It
no,
was in
I'm
the
fine.
front. It was in the front middle pocket.
You start heading down that wooded road with the trees flanking both sides of this old dirt path. Hugging to the side into the shadows, you slowly approach. You'll need to get pretty close to see exactly who these people are. They are in the distance. So give me a stealth roll, and we'll see how this goes. As always, you do have advantage. Dear human Christ
I got an
almighty.
11.
Okay.
I rolled a 6 and a 4.
Yeah. As you approach
Do
and
you have
you...
like an invisicloak?
she kind
I
of does.
do.
That's what she's using.
Oh.
As you approach the edge of the wood, you hear a loud snap as you step on a dead branch there at the edge, right towards town. And near the well, you see 3 hooded figures. And one figure, Sylvie, that you do not recognize whatsoever. However, as the 3 figures notice you and approach, you now realize that it is Sispis, Peony, and Snex, who approach you with their hoods drawn up. And Sispis looks over first, your snake head kind of turning as their hood flares out. And he goes, Sylvie? What are you doing over there?
I was scouting it out. I'm so happy to see you guys. I need big help.
How can we help?
Well, my friend Trell, you guys have met Trell. You know Trell. She's sick. Like, I'm sick. She's sick. And everybody else is extremely cranky. Well, maybe not
So
everybody else,
the Sispis gets up to you quickly, darting towards you with their snake body. And Sylvie, we have a honored guest. As you turn, and this 4th figure that you do not recognize turns to you, and you hear a clank, clink, as the headless suit of armor, large, metallic, and black, with gold lining and embroidery on its armor. Looks almost like a bouquet of flowers, but they're all different shades of gold, silver linings. Stands at a towering, even without its head, probably 6'6" size. The armor just black as night, but radiating their entire body, radiating this deep blue glow as they turn towards you. And you hear a booming and echoing voice come from inside the armor. Sylvie! Approach!
Headless. Sylvie scurries up close.
As you are now, you're like looking straight up at it. Its
Yeah,
arm,
she goes like toe to toe.
its arm extends towards you, and as it does, the pieces of the armor break apart one after another. As it reaches, extending its hand towards you, and as it does, you can see like a blue, blissful, wispy energy connecting all the pieces. As it caresses its fingers, or what you would call fingers, the different fingertips of its gauntlet over your face and body and your wounds. You're injured. That's not what I want. I think I want this.
Okay.
You're injured. Yeah.
Yeah, my friends are more injured though.
The ones at the bridge.
Well, they're not at the bridge anymore. But yes.
We have dire news. We must talk.
Okay. Can we go rejoin my friends? And
Summon
then
your
talk?
kin.
Bring them here. Okay. Am I within 30 feet of them still?
Of who?
The crew, the people.
Your people?
You know. Yes.
30 feet of them?
Well, your people, our people, the assholes.
You need a name.
Oh.
6
Our
hours.
assholes?
No, they're
Six random
like
assholes.
they're like 800 feet back in the cemetery.
Okay. I
Six
just
random
wanted-
assholes.
Peony,
You know, I just
Peony
wanted-
notices you in conversation and says, "Oh, don't worry, love. I've got it. You stay here, yes? Friends!" And she flies off towards the five of you. See a figure darting through. Tro, with whatever passive perception you saw a creature rush up to Sylvie, and then her come towards this large, lumbering figure that seemingly has her in her grasp. And
I
then
can see it 800 feet.
you just see distance. You see,
fucking Legolas.
you see, you like shadows and shapes. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of 800 feet isn't that far, right? No, you can see it. You can see it.
We'll go with that.
100 meters is what, 300 feet?
Yep. 300.
That's all right.
I'm thinking because at school we had a 400 meter straight like line, and I could see at the other end of it. So yeah, it makes sense.
How's it got to be straight?
I don't know. It wasn't gay. So
A couple football fields away.
Peony darts towards your group, and you finally see the winged figure as she lands in a very graceful manner and says, "Oh, well, you're all sorts of fucked up, aren't you? Oh, look at
Been a rough day.
Look at the grape one. Look at you." And she kind of comes in, like pokes at your open wounds. Runa.
Oh.
The hell happened to
Bananas
you?
and
You're
yogurt
nothing but
squish.
stick and bones, my love. Look at you. And you now, the rest of you now notice that
Yep.
Runa's muscle has just atrophied completely. She is essentially just a skeleton at this point. Nasty business getting with a shadow, yeah?
Getting with it.
All right, who
What?
are you?
Oh, have we not met? No, I met you when I saw you off. Peony, I'm
Yeah.
the fairy.
Yeah, when we left Blunderville,
I gave you the
That is
fucking
player
horse.
me not remembering who the hell this is.
I gave
The
you
tooth
I
fairy.
gave you the fucking
So
horse.
if Bareth remembers who this is, please ignore.
Yeah, you remember. Oh,
Okay.
it's probably my hood, love. Peony, tooth fairy. Collect the teeths. Told you to bring me them. If you die,
Oh,
shame you didn't.
yes.
All right, come on.
I'd rather be alive.
Where are we going?
You're coming with me, love. Come on. Time to go. Get out of the graveyard. Stupid place to be. Kind of silly of you, if you ask me.
I think. She's Sylvie's. She's with Sylvie.
Yes,
One of Sylvie's people.
Sylvie seemed to trust her and stuff. The little bit that I saw. Okay.
Peony flies up to you, Belgit, and using her entire hand grabs your thumb and then floats and starts trying to pull you with her. Come on, love.
He walks, but hesitantly.
Yeah, he's a big boy, isn't it? She leads all of you back towards, and once you arrive, you do notice the other familiar face of Snex, your half-dead horse, whose birth name was Willow. Who knows what you'd call it now? And a creature some of you haven't seen and might be shocked to see, but it's a Yuan-Ti, a snake creature with a large hood, vibrant green into yellow and golden brown scales cover its body. Its hands just a large grouping of smaller snakes. Your friends over there by Headless. As you all turn and you see the same large striking visage, shocking to all of you as it probably would have been for Sylvie. No one really sees the Headless, so for them to be out here is incredible, and none of you really knew what to expect, but you weren't expecting a suit of armor with no one in it.
Gods.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
And Charles gonna make her way back over towards Sylvie.
An alchemist with a walking suit of armor.
Friends.
Headless, this is my friend Trell. And these are my other friends.
Hi.
What
Hello.
nominers are you known by?
Wilrick Wobblebit.
Maruna.
I was hoping we were going to go in any sort of actual order.
Berith Filfar. Belgit.
Yes, Belgian.
I'm Belgit the Bullet Axebringer.
There it is.
I believe I might be above the need for an introduction. I sense you already know who I am.
Charles just nods.
I think I have a guess.
It's a great honor and privilege, Headless.
Yes, I am the great and powerful. To the
An old man in the
the-
building next to
to the
Is
us.
right-
there
coat.
a curtain to pull back somewhere?
To the right of the Headless, you notice Sneck's cough. And he turns around really quickly and kind of hides and goes, I am the Headless.
Can I do an
Did
insight?
that actually happen?
What do you insight check?
Is this all Snacks? Is Snacks being a bitch right now?
Is Snex actually the Headless?
Is next the bitch?
Can't be. He has a head.
You can do an insight check.
It's not called the Sneckless.
His name is Snex and he's not a snake either.
23.
Ooh, an actual good roll.
Oh.
Wow.
I did it.
Look at you.
Yeah, Snex is the Headless.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Or
Not all the
at
time,
the
just
very,
right
I did
now.
not
at the very
actually see
least,
that coming.
At the very least, Snex is whatever version of the Headless you're seeing right now. Snex is
Okay.
controlling whatever this this thing is.
Uh-huh.
which
Well,
you now probably recognize it, Sylvie, as a form of the unseen servant, which is manipulating the body of this being.
I'm gonna mind speak at Snex and say scary shit. You know, playing games with friends isn't nice when they're not in on the joke. Do you want me to show you how nice I can be?
She's onto us. And Snakes turns around and says, "Hey, sorry, I didn't mean it. I just thought maybe you'd feel better if we, you see." And at this point, Sisyphus comes up behind you and says, "Well, I guess the jig's up.
What the fuck is
Sorry
going on?
for the subterfuge necessary amongst your friends who we know not about."
Okay, so do you guys have news?
Well, yes, love. Sorry, you didn't come back yet last night, and his Nex was missing, and we figured we'd go out looking for him, and then here he comes, and he tells us some of you got bit by some different zombies and whatnot, and there was a book or some shit going on, and well, we just wanted to make sure that you guys were all right.
We're not.
We're not all right.
Well, I can see that now. What's happened?
Who all's been bit? Be honest.
This is zombie
Charles not saying
apocalypse.
anything 'cause it's
So,
obvious.
for the record, she's asking who has been bit by the zombies,
Yes.
not who has failed their constitution check
Yes.
against the zombies.
Yes.
I've been bit.
So,
Oh, that's true.
if you have been in
Okay.
combat with one of the zombies, you may have been bitten. So just keep that in mind.
Right, little grape.
I did get bit.
You're funny grape lady. Horny boy. Angry little druid over there.
Horny boy.
And, big softy here. Alright. Not bad. How you feeling? You feeling alright?
Girl just shakes her head.
Right, you didn't see the sign that we put up a while ago? Says only dead here. Don't enter. Didn't see that, did you? Maybe you don't read common? Can you even understand me?
We didn't know that you wrote the sign.
I didn't bloody wrote it. Collectively, a collective we. Right? Try to keep up. Collective we understood this is a bad place. They burnt it down, see, for a reason. And you walk in, there was a lot of signs. Right? The hanging body, the dead one. That was one. The literal sign on him, another. Perhaps, and she gestures towards the entire town. The entire town being burnt to a crisp. Might have been another one.
Charles'
I don't
grip
blame
on her
Snacks.
staff
He's
is
got the brain
increasing.
of a snail. Yeah, blaming him is like blaming a puppy for getting its head
Peony.
stuck in a pile of mud.
Came here to investigate what happened.
Peony.
Yes.
Aren't you here in the town right now?
Save your ass. Look at you. Don't talk to me like that. I could pick you up and drop you from 500 feet.
Peony.
Yes.
We're
Sorry,
supposed
love.
to
What
be
is it?
investigating the tree. The trees, the trees, they matter. I told you guys all of this. We have to figure out what to do with the trees, the 4 trees, to stop the curse in the forest.
All right.
And
What-
somehow, that has all connected to my affliction. And now everybody's got it. And I don't know. Everything's fucked. But we were here to investigate the tree.
Right. How long ago you get bit now, yeah? A day? Give or take?
Last night.
I think it was.
It's been a long morning.
Right.
I think for most of us it was this morning. A
Right.
few hours ago. Not long at all.
He doesn't look good. And she points at the at Docket. Shay looks worse, pointing at Trell. You might be fucked, but I heard rumor. The clergy at Carden might be able to help. They've dealt with the blood fever before.
And we go to Card End.
What do you know about the religion there? We passed a few people who seem to be tied to the religion there. Are they okay?
Yeah, I don't really make it my business to go up there. Creepy people pushing their religion on folk. Just want to do an honest day's work and kill a couple kids, you know?
Are they creepy, but you know, not really the murdering type?
I don't venture around the spot. Sister Bess, you've been up there. Snow. That's part of my travels.
All right.
So you recommend Card End?
Card End or Blunderville? You're not going to find anything to help you out here, though, love. If there was anything to help you here, they wouldn't have burnt it down. I don't think.
Well, I feel as though returning to base is probably the smart thing to do. But if Card End has more experience with whatever this possible infection is, perhaps it's worthwhile to make the detour and see what they know.
If it's something they can do that Blunderville couldn't, then I think it's worth a chance.
I can't go back to Blunderville anyway.
You can't go black to Blunderville?
That's what I
Back to
heard.
Blunderville. Sorry. I stumbled over my word. Once you go black to Blunderville, you never go back.
Yeah, you really blew it there.
Yeah. Anyway.
But my friends need a rest before we go off traveling to some other city. Is there any way you guys can help facilitate that?
Oh, honey. Well, you should know better than anyone. There's no resting with the blood fever.
But they need it.
Doesn't matter if they need it, love. Can't sleep with it.
It'll be fine.
You'd remember at this point,
On the
Sylvie, that
road.
when you were infected, you were unable to sleep. It was basically 4 or 5 days of non-stop being awake.
Yeah, but they have magic and shit. Doesn't mean she's not gonna try.
You can give it a shot. At this point, you're on a ticking clock.
Bruno's just
I don't
like,
need to sleep. I just need 4 hours to meditate.
At any point in any of this conversation and bullshit, could Sylvie have had 15 minutes to have a short rest?
Well, yes, I have said that I'm limiting you guys to 2 short rests per long rest. I said that in the beginning of the campaign, and you guys have taken your 2 short rests already.
Yeah, but...
Well, now that we're
It's
back
been a
in
long
town
ass
and we
day.
know that it's safe, let's go to the barn.
Yeah, what could possibly be down there?
oh,
Will you
Is there
guys
a
agree to do something
relatively
else to the barn?
moving.
What were you saying, Barrett?
Is there a relatively direct and safe route to Cardiff?
Yeah, I think I know a good one. I could take you myself. I'm gonna send Snakes home, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, that's
Honestly,
all right with me.
If this is as serious as it sounds, then the faster we get there, the better. We may be tired, exhausted, perhaps out of resources, but it sounds as though we may or may not be able to get any rest anyway. So tarrying here won't do us any favors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seems like we don't really have a good option, but sitting around doesn't get us anywhere. So moving's probably the right
Sitting
thing.
around will just make us worse.
Is Carden to play?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'd like to pick their brain about what I read in Barrett's diary, though. Not Barrett's diary, but the diary in the possession of Barrett.
Sure. Okay.
And the voices.
For sake of time, you will take your horse. Peony will be joining you. Snake says, "Bye, friends. Sorry about tricking you with the suit of armor. I need to get better
I'll
at
get
doing
you
that."
back.
He climbs in and then jing, jing. Him and Sisyphus head on out, and Peony grabs you by your hand, Sylvie, and says, "All right, now follow me. Stay together, loves," and starts leading you guys towards a westward path, back kind of towards the cemetery. You guys pass the barn, and there's this old downtrodden, looks like a wagon trail. There's markers every now and then of how many feet have been traveled and where people are. However, a lot of the signs are kind of battered and worn down. On your way there,
Bruno's
Sylvie.
getting-
Yeah.
Get in the wagon if possible.
They're okay. Yeah. Feel free. Sylvie,
And then if it's 4 hours.
no long rest. Sorry. Sylvie, what are you picking her brain about, Peony?
So they seem to have the same sickness that I have, but the diary, which we believe belonged to someone who also had the same illness, it talks about hearing a voice and feeling compelled to follow the voice. I never experienced any voice, and I'm confused. Is this the same thing, or is it a completely different thing? It's just similar symptoms. I can't figure it out. Do you know anything?
I hear voices all the time, love.
Come on now.
Can't help you with that. Sometimes you listen, sometimes you don't. Sorry. Don't know much more than that. Would have helped you when you told me about it if I did.
I know. Thank you.
Right? As you guys head down this path, Runa, why don't you give me a d20 check?
A D20.
Just roll a d20.
$11.
Okay. You make it without any major issues. It's actually not a terribly long journey. It's about 5 hours or so. You arrive there about 4 or 5 p.m. You come up to this long, winding dirt road that is now a lot better kept. And at a certain point, it turns from that dirt to pavement. As you begin your journey into the town of Cardend, the road that you're on now has these, every so often, every 100 feet or so, these two large pikes stuck into each side, and they're actually like battle standards with a large red flag hanging. And as you pass by, a couple people are now on the road traveling back and forth, something you don't see often, even in Blunderville. Most people stay within the city walls or within the limits, but here people are seemingly walking free, and as each of them pass you, they give you a, how do you do? Good to see you. Welcome. Howdy. One group in particular notices you're a bit injured, and they have a child with them, and the child like starts to point and question.
Earth, no.
Bareth, calm down. But their parents like, oh, yeah, it's okay now. Good day to you. Welcome. And as you push forward, you then see the large and sprawling hamlet or town known as Cardend. Massive stone walls surround the city. There's a smattering of houses outside, a couple of fields and farmhouses, but the town itself is these large, probably like 100-foot tall stone walls. A big contrast to the walls that surround Blunderville, which are a lot smaller. On the top of each of these walls, these two large stone gates in the front, there are red ribbons that are blowing in the wind, and you can hear in the distance the sound of horns and trumpets and people laughing and smiling. And as you approach these gates, the main road goes straight down, and you can see this large, beautiful, gleaming building directly ahead of you in the center of town. It is a massive church, a massive cathedral, and the very top of it, kind of shining with this brilliant light, radiant glow from the sun, is a metallic figure with large open spread wings. As you start to reach the town, Peony says, I think this is it for me, love. Don't know if they'll be kind of faith folk here, but I'll be nearby. She like kind of looks around and says, if you need me, there's a lake out a couple 100 feet back down the road and to the left. We pass by it. I'll make my way there and stay there for a couple of days, alright?
Thank you, Peony.
Alright. Good seeing you.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice seeing you again. Anyone lose any teeth before I go? No? Smiles,
Oh.
let me see.
Runa's gonna check her mouth
Wait.
because she died twice, so.
I think, didn't one of you mention you had word for Blunderville? Something happened?
Oh! Oh, right. She points at Runa. You're wanted by the Rippers. Yeah, they do want to kill you. In fact, most of you are wanted by them. So,
How do the Rippers even know who I am?
little bird told them, I guess. And by little bird, I mean a giant fucking bird.
Pearl's just gonna be like, I saved his life. I'm wanted?
All right.
By the Rippers.
Well, if he's the new head, then yeah, he might harbor a grudge.
And that's it.
She flies away.
All right.
Well, being wanted by the Rippers isn't the end of the world.
Wouldn't go outside the walls anyway.
As you guys are approaching the gate with your half-dead horse and crummy
Willow.
wagon, you see a woman kind of run off from the side of the road towards the two of you. Sorry. This kind of smaller, stout human woman runs towards you, and she sees your horse, and she says, whoa. So are they, fellas? You can't bring it inside the horse, that is. I can keep it out here if you'd like.
Owl
but-
at her.
What's that?
I was going to ask if there was a place we could leave it.
Oh yeah.
Stable.
Well, I can take it for you. Right back here. I'm sorry. I'm Marcella. I run the horse's hearth. we kind of take care of all the pack animals. I'm assuming you're here for the sermon.
No.
We've heard some good things about Cardend, and we're here to learn more.
Oh, you must be. I mean, well, it's about to happen. Couple minutes from now. I'll tell you what. You guys hurry on up. I'll take the horse. Don't worry about it. First night's on me, huh? Love seeing new faces, and you guys look a bit worse for wear. So let me take care. What's the horse's name? Willow. Ain't that a great name? All right. Well, I'm gonna take good old care of Willow. He best day he's ever had in his life. I promise you. You guys just come on back anytime you want. You can pick up Willow. I'll take him in your cart. Don't you worry about that. You gotta hurry on down, okay? You guys know where the sermon is?
Big building?
Big building. There you go.
Yeah.
Big old church right there in the middle. Hurry on up though, okay? You don't want to miss it. I tell you, it's one of the best things ever. And just come back tomorrow. Don't worry about the night. And if you want to stay longer, we can work out any fee from there. It's not much. Don't worry. And come on now, Willow. And she grabs in the Willow happily follows Marcella as she heads back to the stables, which are a bit away from the road.
I would normally care, but it's Willow. Like, how much? You know, if they're like it's 10 gold. Anyway,
Well, I guess we'll go to the sermon.
You don't have
Yeah.
time for a sermon. We need to do something else.
so once we start walking in, I assume we have the conversation, not within earshot of this person,
Marcella.
Marcella.
As you walk in, there's a couple of guards who are dressed in what looks to be chainmail with a tabard over the chainmail. On this tabard is that triangle symbol you've seen before, an inverted triangle with a circle in the center and a line down that circle. And as you guys enter, they're kind of ushering everyone who's walking down the streets. They said, "All right now, everyone, come on. Let's head on to the church. Time's a wasting." And as they see you guys, one of them turns and says, "Howdy there. Well, good to see you. You guys are new faces in town. Out here long?"
First time here, not
No,
sure how long.
Yeah, we just got here.
Well, happy to have you. Trust me, you're gonna want to see the sermon. We got a big thing going on. Why don't you guys head on down? I'll walk you, huh?
We, of course, want to go to the sermon, but a couple of my friends are really doing poorly, health-wise.
Ma'am, I can
Do
tell
you
you
know
right
if
now,
there's-
there's nothing more healing
Yeah.
than the word of the Almighty. All right? And plus, everyone's there right now anyway. You're gonna have to wait till the sermon's over in general. Whole town comes out for these things. Trust me, I'll get you some nice seats. We love having travelers around here. My name's Tobias, by the way. I'm the constable of this here town. It's good to see you. And he's a
Thank you.
larger, more portly gentleman with no beard, just a bunch of fat flaps underneath his chin, and on his back seems to be a large war hammer. He's the kind of guy that would like pat his neck and be like, "Well, I'm just a southern country lawyer," but
I bet he would get
Thank
along
you
with the Baron
so-
really well.
Right. Thank you so much, Tobias. Who might we look for after the sermon for some healing?
well, we can help you out after that. I don't want to waste any more time, just because time is of the essence. Come on now.
Well, I think we'd be delighted for an escort, eh?
Okay.
Quite neighborly of you.
There are dogs in this
Yeah.
town too, huh?
We have a large
Yeah.
dog population.
Are they all good boys?
Have your pets spayed and neutered.
He walks you guys, and as you go down this street, you notice it's not as sparse and heavily populated as Blunderville. The houses are a bit more spread out. There's not a lot of people fumbling over each other. At the same point, the town looks great. The streets are clean. The people seem happy and healthy. All the roofs shine with this beautiful shimmering blue. It is a stark contrast to the crowded hustle and bustle and downtrodden nature of Blunderville. And as you guys come through, you're led over one of these two bridges that cross a small waterway that encapsulates this little peninsula that houses the church. On either side of the church, it's flanked with these large stone statues of priests, their head bowed, holding some sort of symbol in their hands. It's hard to make out. You haven't seen it before. And as you guys all come in, Tobias leads you to the church and says, well, you can do me a favor and head on inside now. I'll tell you what, there's a couple seats right, and as he leads you into the church, the church has two entrances. On both sides, there's these large open doors. Basically, the only thing that could close is like a portillus from the ceiling. And as you enter, the chapel floor itself is this beautiful white marble that seems to almost glisten. It's so clean. There's rows and rows and rows of pews, all made with a nice chestnut wood, and they just fill the entire area. And there's tons of people here, hundreds of people sitting in the pews, awaiting the sermon, and they're all facing this large metal statue that is at the very back of the church. The statue has no arms, only legs. The legs are wrapped in this it looks like a shoe or a sandal, and has two large wings that extend out from its back. Its face has no features, except for two empty eye sockets. It has no mouth, no nose, but interestingly, there seems to be two mandibles coming out from each cheek. You're led in, and you sit down. Tobias leads you to a set of pews that are about halfway towards the front, and he takes a seat next to you, excitedly looking. And most of your wounds have been somewhat patched up. You guys are the dirtiest people here by far. Everyone else seemed to be wearing a normal set of clothes, and they're not dirty and covered in blood. The entire place is a bustle with talking, and then it dips as the church bells ring, ding, 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 5 times. A man comes out from behind the statue to a smattering of applause, and he puts his hands up and bows his head a bit. He has got short brown hair. He's wearing what looks to be a priestly garb, but it's tucked in to a pair of nice pleated trousers. He's wearing, black dress shoes. His shirt has like a kind of cross-hatched pattern on it, and he's wearing a necklace with the inverted triangle with the circle and the dash in the center. And he says, "Now, would you look at my congregation here? Have I ever seen a more beautiful folk? I have not. Welcome, you all, and praise the Almighty." And they all together say, "Praise the Almighty." And that's where we'll end.
Earl's looking entirely uncomfortable here. It's probably not the sickness, it's just... This is a lot.
Wilbrick's debating whether to stink up his stones again.
Welcome to church.
Yeah. Well, you know, I want to make myself smell bad so that I can sit in my own pew.
Fuck off.
How much damage does he take from that?
Yeah. Happy Halloween, guys. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for dressing up. Everyone looks so great.
Happy Halloween.
You guys look
Happy Halloween.
fantastic.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Thanks everyone for watching.
Happy Halloween.
A big happy Halloween to you guys as well. Sorry for the technical issues we had there. Spectrum, man. I'll try to get this into one VOD. I'll just have to download both and then upload separately. We'll see how that works. Until then, have a wonderful night. Happy Halloween. Be good people. Love yourselves. Thanks to my wonderful, amazing players. They look so good. They did such a good job dressing up. Another fantastic session. Y'all did great. Have a good night. So long, farewell. Arrivederci. Love yourselves. I'll see you guys around. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Halloween.